I look forward to seeing my new handle. That'd be pretty cool. I've been going by my old nickname for 20-something years.
I will do you proud.
Hello and welcome to In Memoriam.
Hi.
Welcome to Nickname Conversation.
Hey, Eric just joined Roll20.
Hey,
Happy
look
Friday.
at that.
Just in time to be late.
We don't have Mr.
Late
Matt
for the best 2 hours of your life. I'm never gonna let that go. There he is. Yay. Okay.
There we go.
Where's Matt?
He died.
Late per usual.
Yeah.
His laptop exploded.
I was expecting like high resolution Matt. Like that's what I was waiting for, you know.
Never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
Matt, I'm
fun
sure
fact-
Matt will be here at his normal time.
The problem was never the technology.
Well, I was hoping that today was going to prove whether it was the technology or not.
There was multiple problems, one of which was the technology.
But that's like maybe 5% of the entire issue with Matt.
I'm hoping for optimized Matt. That's what I'm looking for
There
here.
you go.
I want to see what that looks
You don't
like.
want that. No, you don't want optimized.
Full.
Oh no. Oh, never go full Matt. Never go full Skippy.
Never go full. Got it.
Oh. Yeah. So.
Okay.
We will see what happens with Matt when he gets here.
Yes.
But
All right, should we all just start rolling initiative, Tim?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we. So, for those of you at home who don't know, Matt has had. Well, if you've been watching, you know that Matt has some technical difficulties pretty much all the time. The group has taken it upon ourselves to try to mitigate that somewhat by pitching in on upgrading his setup. And I still actually need to send Dave that money. I slightly forgot in the midst of everything that was going on.
To him Saturday.
But yeah, so we are debating what condition Matt's going to be in when he gets here.
And what color his hair is going to be.
What color his hair is going to be.
And we might actually be able to tell what color it is now.
What's the pool up to on that? Like, can I buy in? Can I buy in what color it is?
You know that Powerball lottery? It's up to
Yeah.
$1 million.
Oh,
It's Mega Millions, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been pink and green so far, I believe.
I thought it was blue.
1 point.
I thought it was
Blue
blue.
at
Yeah.
one point.
Oh. I'm gonna double down on blue. I think it's more blue.
Always bet on red.
I didn't actually know he's been dyeing his hair. What?
Of course you didn't.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I want to see him with the Dennis Rodman multicolored hair.
Oh man. What's the payout? Is that just the push? Everyone wins a color, you know.
The Dennis Rodman leopard print.
Oh goodness!
Oh, that's cursed.
So we're getting a bit.
I will laugh so hard if he shows up with that. I'll be like, damn.
Dave
Yeah.
called it.
Dave called it. You win.
So-
You win.
So we're getting some echo from Dave, and the reason for that is that Dave and Chris are in the same room
Hello.
What?
today.
That's not as weird as it sounds.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You don't notice the fireplace, the same fireplace, in the guitar in the back?
We have the ambiance.
Yeah.
Sadly, the spacing of it though, like it would be better if Chris, on my screen, Chris would be to the left of Dave because then
He is on my screen, so when Dave
Oh.
reaches over, it's like his hand just like gets sliced and pops through.
I'm
So-
like
Oh,
Dr.
that-
Octopus. It's one of my arms.
Yeah.
Chris is on the right of me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I'm like over
no,
there.
mine's all squares are mixed up. Dave's
Yeah.
Center square and Chris is to the right of him, so it's a little
Yeah, I
disjointed.
don't know.
I am
I
the
don't know what
center
it looks like.
square.
I don't know what
Sure.
it looks like in the
Same.
call, but for stream, it's the other way around as well because you guys are in alphabetical order according to character name. So it goes D and then Gina.
Okay.
So
Speaking of characters,
yeah, how about them characters? So
yeah.
for those who may not remember, in game or at home or whatever, when last we left this story, the party had finished wiping out the general's troops on this roof of the hospital, and
Before the peace accords.
before the peace accords. Yeah,
Peace through violence.
we had learned that they were expecting us, but apparently not hard enough. And
Expect better.
yes, do better at expecting us. And they had, I believe we had learned that they had sent a message somewhere, or they were awaiting reply on a message. Was what they
Well,
were.
they
I think they got
For
the
the-
message.
to their credit, they did last like a minute against us.
That's true.
Although that minute took like a month.
Yeah.
It did.
Yes,
and,
on both accounts.
and then we were waiting to, and then we checked in with Red, who had just gotten into the city, and was currently trying to serve the warrant to arrest Commissioner Price.
And that's what we're waiting on.
And we were waiting to hear back on how that went.
Where are we waiting? Are we waiting at the hospital or are we waiting?
As far as I
back at base?
know, you guys are waiting at the hospital, but
I
now
think
would
we were
be-
waiting. We were
We're
like
floating
flying.
though.
We were flying like way above Nashua Center because we didn't want to be waiting like where we literally just were fighting people in case they decided for round.
Well, we
two.
weren't over Nashua Center.
Yeah,
No,
that
we're
would've
over the
caused it.
hospital area,
over the
but we
hospital.
are
But
we are
not all of us
flying,
can
and
fly.
I have an illusion around us. And I am invisible, and I am assuming Hank is invisible.
Oh yes.
Dave's got like 5 layers of like concealment.
5 layers of encryption.
Right.
He unzips a ghillie suit to reveal another ghillie suit.
Yes. Yeah. So that's where we left off.
We'd also captured Corporal Columbia, stripped him almost naked, took all his stuff, put him in flat zone, along with one of the mutant things.
Yes.
So
We sent him back to base world. It's his second time as a POW. His second stint.
better than Hanoi.
I've done my nickel. Too bad.
But we did leave him in a different area of.
Well,
Prison
the good
world or
news is you'd
whatever.
be like, just there's my stuff. You know, like
Yeah. Oh,
let me
okay.
just go.
Oh look, my
This is
little
my
pile
spot.
of dirt.
It's my spot. Yeah.
It still smells like me.
At least he doesn't have a bomb strapped around his neck this time, right? He doesn't have a bomb strapped around his neck this time.
No, he does not have a
Oh,
bomb.
we should have.
D with his 5 ghillie suits and his neck bombs.
Oh God.
All right, so
Okay.
we're waiting. We're floating. We're waiting. Let's go.
So literally right now, what it is, it's in Tim's court as far as what's the next thing that happens that we got to react to.
Yeah. So
Are
basically,
we? Oh, go ahead.
so are you guys watching the city at all, or are you just waiting to hear back?
I'm definitely watching it. I know. I would imagine that D is like using his super scope to
Yes,
like
I'm
watch
using my
Red
super scope.
All right.
on Red just to watch his situation.
So you guys, well, Red is inside of a building.
The scope can go
I can
through
see
the building,
through,
right?
okay.
I can see through.
So give me perception checks. Anyone who's watching, kind of this situation.
Sorry thing.
Is like normal eyesight worth a perception check, or is that like?
You see a wall.
Well,
that's
if
kinda where I'm
you're
like,
high
is that
enough,
worth it
if
or
you're
not?
high enough, you can still see, but you're gonna take minuses because it's far enough
That's
away.
sure.
So take like a -2.
I got an 18 then.
Can I use my remote sensing and sort of like
Yep.
move my vision over there?
Y-
Yeah, you got
I didn't -2 that, so it'd be a 24 for me.
Okay.
So, yeah. We're some perceiving. Wow, we are some perceiving people. Let's see if Hank pulls it off.
The adrenaline's still running.
Mhm.
We're alert.
Do we still have the cat lady with us?
Yeah, Hank and Kate need to roll yet.
Where is Steven in this scenario? Is he back at base or is he with us and just not very perceptive, which is also in character?
Well,
I'm going to assume he went back to base.
yeah, he
He
we'll say
had to want to
since-
put Luca.
yeah,
Talk to Luca.
we'll say since he's
about
not
driving.
here, he took Luca back to the base and hasn't come back yet.
Give a stern talking to about traffic violations.
You have to honk the horn before you run someone over, son. Damn it.
This is a civilized apocalypse.
You let them know.
Wow. Okay, so except for Hank, that's some good numbers.
Yeah.
Some good numbers.
All right. Cool. Also, I should probably warn everybody. So we had a bit of a storm roll through, and we lost power briefly. So if suddenly stream goes down and I vanish from the call, that probably happened again.
It's not because we hate you. It's because the internet hates you.
Yeah. Well, I live in the woods, so
It's because the woods hate you.
every time there's reason for the power to go out, the power goes out. But we got it back pretty quickly this time, which is nice. Anyway, so yeah. So you guys are going to be... So you're watching inside the building, D. Everyone else is kind of watching outside, because unless you have some means of seeing through walls, you're watching what's happening outside the building. But the building in question is this one.
Hang on.
I did not catch that ping.
I'm repeatedly
Oh.
pinging.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Got it.
Over here.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Nice.
good. I assume that's everybody sees it.
Oh, I was way at the top of the map, so...
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So,
All right, nuke it. No, it's kidding.
Boy, it really did turn red.
Yeah, that won't destabilize the area in any way.
so you.
Well, it will stabilize it through instability.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
our plan.
Yeah.
It can't be unstable if there's nothing left.
Here you go.
That's right. If it's flattened.
Complete atrophy. That's stable, isn't it? Yeah.
Glass parking lot. Got it.
Nothing left.
I mean, if Tim hadn't nerfed the Stinger missiles, it would have covered the entire area.
They were originally like nukes.
They
They
were.
were
It was
tactical
wild.
nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Tactical nuke incoming.
It went from like what, half a mile radius
Yeah.
to 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, side note, if you're watching Green Ronin Press, Maybe fix that.
Tone it down a little. Tone it
Let's
down.
just bring it down a notch. Or 5, like we did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh wait, Green Rona has entered the chat. No, I'm just kidding. You got comments about my game?
They actually do follow this channel, so it's not impossible.
It's not inconceivable. Nice. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So I've actually considered popping because they do a Mutants and Masterminds chat every week, and I've considered popping in and being like, "Hey, so here's some questions."
Be good dialogue.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear what they have to say.
Yep. But anyway, so D watching inside the building is gonna see Red. He's talking to this kind of some clerks. They're gonna be kind of communicating, going back and forth, and ultimately, Red and his agents and a few police personnel are going to go up, start heading up towards Price's office. There's going to be some kind of tense negotiations at Price's office, but ultimately they're going to get access and get in and start to serve the warrant. Now, the whole time this is going on, the rest of you that are watching outside are going to start noticing a crowd gathering.
Nuke the crowd.
Jeepers.
Kind of surrounding the building. And you can't hear what they're saying from here, but they're definitely... There's definitely a group growing there, and if you rolled higher than, like, I'll say 22, if you rolled 22 or higher, you can tell that there's two distinct factions starting to form within that crowd.
Does anyone have like super hearing or something to hear into what the mobs are saying?
Remote sensing?
Remote sensing.
Yeah, so no one that I know of has extended senses for audio.
I have all senses. I have remote sensing for all senses.
Gina has remote senses for all senses, but it's only so far. How far away are you guys?
It's only 1,800 feet.
We're not. No, we're closer than that. We're not that high up. Are we?
You can
No,
you can be
We
within.
said we were
range.
like 500 feet up.
Yeah, I think it was 500. I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
that's our crutch number. Just,
Yeah, so
That's
We're
a
high-
go-to
your
altitude.
senses can be in the midst of the crowd if you want them to be.
All right, now mentally link everybody up that's around, so they can hear. I'll be the boombox.
So one half of them are make Nashua Center great again.
Yeah. We get some overt maggots going on over there.
Nuke them all. We're not starting that again.
Is there a noose on on a gallows?
Oh God! Oh, it's getting worse.
The roasting. All right, what are we hearing? What are we hearing over the?
All right, so there's definitely some speculation happening. Basically, what you're hearing is argument because some people are claiming that there are people here to take Price on unknown charges, and there are people arguing that, like, essentially, we need to figure out what's going on and not, like, jump to any conclusions. And a bunch of other people are basically like, if we see Price come out of the building not under his own power, we need to intervene.
Which group is the larger group? Or am I able to assess that with that roll?
The
Like I'm trying to figure out, like, is there like 2 people going, yeah, we're for this situation, and then like 80 people against this situation, or is it like evened out? Like,
I mean, the crowd is actively growing, but it seems as though the larger portion is against the arrest.
Looks like we're gonna have to go knock some civilian heads.
Amanda would relay this to the group that her guess is that the people against Red doing this civilly is the bigger of the 2 groups.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to go on down and do some crowd control if this gets ugly.
Can we just
Well-
once Red has price? Can't we just like create a like teleport them out or create a
Yeah.
portal?
But if Red comes out with him, like, mission accomplished. Let the people figure out what they want to do with that once that's happened. I think we just sit
we
on
need
the
to-
sidelines until then, right?
Well, we need to get Red and Price to the wherever the trial's happening. So we
Which
can't
is your
just
base.
like, yeah, I need to get them to the base. So we can't just like once they're outside, mission accomplished, guys. Let's go home, and then Red gets torn to shreds. That's not the plan.
Well, I mean, obviously, if we see Red start getting torn to shreds, we jump in. But like, short of that, like, people protesting is people protesting. If Red walks through the crowd with Price, and
our
he's
job
able-
doesn't end until they are safely in our base.
Sure. But
Good
just
news
because they're
is-
protesting doesn't mean they're gonna act negatively.
Well, no,
Where
but
we-
if they try to intervene, I will be down there in an instant, and I will be keeping them off. No, I'm not going to kill anyone. Don't go there. But I will.
Welcome
be
back,
protecting-
9. It's good to
I
have you
know
back.
what you people think about me. I swear to God.
I didn't. Amanda would be like, I didn't jump to that conclusion.
It's comic
at
book.
all.
It's comic book mechanics. Remember, you can shoot them and incapacitate them, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Put 'em
I
to
know
sleep.
you're going to start doing that from up here. That I can't stop that. But yeah. So I'll be down there running interference. Probably we all should do whatever we can. But honestly, we should just portal them out of there instantly. Like I can head down there with a portal device and get them through that, like that. Like both me and Amanda have that ability because we can move like stupid fast.
Well-
But D, what do you see right now? Like, is this going well on the inside? On the outside, it doesn't look good, but on the inside, is this working?
On the inside, there's definitely some there's definitely
some tension.
There's definitely some tension. There's definitely some resistance. Price is very angry.
Well, sure. I mean, I get that he's angry. I mean, but like, there's angry and being handcuffed, and then there's like, you're not handcuffing me at all. And
Can you tell if he's trying to use his wristband?
He's the most persecuted person in Nashua Center.
Of course he is. He's just a businessman doing business. Is he trying to
You got
use
the
his
wrong
wristband? Is he
does
trying to
not,
use?
He does not appear to be trying to use a wristband.
Okay.
Can I use my mental leak and just like reach out to Red to say, hey, we're here if you need us. Just mentally give
How's
us
it
the
going?
word.
I mean, you can, but you did check in with him and tell him that, like, when he was down.
Tell him that there's a crowd forming outside, and we'll be
good
ready
point.
to step
And we
in
established
do it.
that he was in that mental link.
Right.
Anyways, that was part of the plan.
Hmm.
Okay, so he knows about the crowd then.
As long as that
Red,
information is being
there's-
shared with him, still, yeah.
Red, there is a crowd two crowds forming outside. Some are not big fans of you being there.
Hey D, give me a technology check.
I'm waiting for that.
All right.
Ooh.
So,
Oh God.
Just wait. He's just avoiding the nat one at this point.
So
That was a 19.
Yeah.
yeah, you are aware that, like, while you guys have been creating portals directly in front of you, like, it's basically a perception range ability. Like, you can open
Makes
a door
sense.
to the base anywhere that you're looking. So
including inside there.
if he wanted to, while he's looking through his scope, he could create the door inside the building.
Yeah, because basically Arvis is creating the portal where we're telling him to.
Yeah.
So he has Price in handcuffs and is perp walking him out right now, right?
He is now, yeah, basically. There's a little bit of a scuffle happening between like some of Price's bodyguards and some of Red's people, but Red has gotten to Price and got him in handcuffs.
So Red has access to our base too. He can create the portal too, right? We gave him the ability to.
I mean, that assumes that he knows that.
Well, I'll just tell him I can open up a portal to the base if you want, so you don't have to go outside.
Sure, that sounds great.
So I'll have Arvis open up the portal.
All right. So yeah, in the midst of the scuffle, he will get handcuffs on Price and kind of shuffle him through the portal.
And before Red goes through the portal, I'll be like, and search him.
Thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
Get the gloves.
Snap.
Red's people will kind of retreat back into the portal as well before it closes.
Okay, I'll close the portal behind him.
Then I'm going to recommend, okay, guys, let's go there, because just in case stupid stuff happens again that I wasn't there for last time, let's try to prevent the stupid stuff from happening.
So
Go ahead.
I don't think we want Price knowing that we're directly involved in this yet.
What difference does it make?
Because it's supposed to be a impartial tribunal.
Yeah, that's probably true.
We're
why
just
don't-
helping facilitate it.
Then why don't we show up invisible?
I can be invisible.
I mean, D can...
Let's check with Red. So let's go into the hangar because they're on a different floor anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. When you guys get there, Red is still in the mental link, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'd have to reestablish it because, yep.
Oh yeah.
So wait, where are we at now?
So we're now
The
at the
hangar.
base.
Ah,
The
very good.
hangar.
How's that hangar look, by the way?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a smashed up Humvee.
That's true.
I imagine a little smoke just coming from it.
Yep. Someone
And then,
not
like,
been that
randomly,
long.
like, the mirror falls off all of a sudden, you know? Like,
It's been like, what, 10 minutes since that happened?
someone's getting actively grounded / totally proud of him and / Listen, I'm proud of you, but I have to.
you're grounded, and we're going out for ice cream at
Yeah.
the same time.
But you're only getting vanilla.
That's right.
We're going out
get
for ice
two
cream.
flavors.
You are only getting vanilla, and when we get back, you are grounded, but not before we watch a movie.
There's mixed
a lot
messages.
of confused mixed messages on that.
And you lose your dinosaurs for a week.
But you can buy a new one. But anyways, yeah.
If you ask Uncle D really nicely.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's like,
You will be like, no.
Oh,
You're going to help me put this back together.
okay.
Side note. Anyways, so
Anywho, pineapple over. So what's happening with Red and our prisoner of war?
All right. So you told him to search Price, which presumably he was going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Did you feel that there was anything else you wanted to ask, or ask him to do or tell him?
I'm assuming it was just Price. His bodyguards didn't come.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't
win,
for lack
isn't
of
it?
effort.
Yeah.
I still think that's a win. I mean, people don't have to like it, but he got turned over, so.
Yeah. So do we have everything in place so Price doesn't escape again or mess with our systems?
As best we know, if he's been searched. Is there a way we can do like a subdermal search to make sure he doesn't have anything implanted?
I mean,
Because
did that
I don't
when-
trust this bastard.
maybe.
We did that when he was in the thing. We had the X-ray machine.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could do an insight check.
Okay,
I feel like we should do it again. Take nothing for granted.
sure.
That was a terrible roll.
Of course, I wasn't there last time.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Someone's coming in.
Is it a Skippy?
Oh, high res optimized.
Oh no. Uh-huh. I already hear the mic problems.
Now it's
You got a
being
new
Ronin.
headset,
They're
too.
coming in. They'll be like, "No, let me talk about this for a second."
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
Well, and the curse continues.
wasn't as dramatic. He needed like, wait. Let me, a guy opens the door. He goes like, no, wait, let me close it. I can do better. And open it back up.
He's probably like, I'm not used to like being on camera. How do I turn this thing on?
This computer is so buttery smooth. I don't know what to do. Like
He turned it on and
I
it
don't have
worked.
to wait.
He just instinctively closed it to prepare for it to glitch.
It's so powerful it dimmed his lights.
Sorry, I just hit the restart button. I mean, normally it needs a couple times before it clicks in.
Windows update strikes again.
God. Oh, that's.
Oh,
Damn Windows
man.
update.
All
While
right.
we're waiting for Skippy to
So,
pop
okay, so let's see here. Yeah, basically everyone above a 20 or higher. So the 9, Amanda, Gina. It may occur to the three of you that you never actually told Red what to search for.
Well, he knew about the bracelet.
When did he know about the bracelet?
in.
'Cause
When we told
gave-
him about the technology, the belt buckle thing.
Okay. Cool.
But anything that looks like it could be technology or anything like, yeah. Honestly,
got-
we should give him just like an orange jumpsuit. Don't take any risks.
If he's
Because all we
got
need is something hidden in the lining of something.
jewelry, wedding ring, earrings,
I mean,
check his fillings.
so Red can
Almost
remember
feelings.
the belt buckle is selective, so he can say any technology on price disable.
That's good, but I still like multiple levels of assurance.
Well, in the mental link, he's going to inform you guys that he doesn't actually know how to remove this bracelet.
Well, guess we got to take his hand off.
Welcome back, 9.
Man,
Well,
We
hey,
need-
it's still not killing him. So
You got a
Amanda's
point.
like, Amanda to give the emotion, like the non-verbal of like, well, yeah, he's got a point there. It's just an arm.
This
is where
I
we
mean,
need.
for all that this man has done, one hand is a pretty small price to pay, right?
He could probably grow it
Starting to
back
get a
with
little
whatever
judgy
he's
there. A
done.
little judgy.
We could
This
probably
is
grow it
where
back
we-
for him. Just make sure the thumb's on the wrong side, just so he knows what he did.
Damn.
2 left hands.
Wait a second. The count's
This is
right,
where
but
we
wait a
need
second.
Steven.
Yeah, he could turn something incorporeal, right?
Yep. And it's selective, so he could be like, price is incorporeal, the bracelet is not. Boom.
But he's not here. He's off with his son, so getting ice cream. It's canon.
Vanilla ice cream.
It's canon.
They found a world where actually vanilla ice cream is still a thing.
Yeah.
So, I guess D will ask if he needs assistance, even though I don't really want to reveal that. I'm
Well,
here.
you're invisible, right? So like, would he see
And
you
illusion.
removing it? Yes. 5 layers. You're like
He's
Just-
like a burrito in that way.
you're like that
Yes.
that dip, the 7-layer dip, you know. So,
Ooch.
What you just need to do is bring in an
just-
angle grinder. It would just be a floating angle grinder. It doesn't see that it's you. Just
Reformed domestic terrorists are like onions.
We have layers.
Layers.
So
How come I can't be like a parfait?
you can be a parfait. You have illusions. You can make yourself anything you want. Even parfait.
And in the morning, 5 is making waffles.
there we go. Okay.
So I'll teleport up there. I'll be invisible, and I will have my illusion around me, and I will do a technology check.
Mhm.
That was an awful technology check.
You might need a hero point that
That was
time.
a 2. Are you gonna hero point it?
What?
Is he hero pointing it?
I don't think so. Is it?
Well, we don't know if it worked or not.
All right.
It
So,
depends on if it worked or not.
Well, you
all
can't
right. So
hero point it after he
what
tells
is
you
the
the
check?
result, though.
What is the check for? Is that a check to try to figure out how to remove it?
How to remove it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, what you can tell from a glance at it is that it has some kind of internal locking mechanism. It's very well protected and hidden.
What if I?
to the group?
It seems like
What if I
It seems
look
like something would
at-
have to be disabled to remove it.
What if I looked at it through my scope?
So basically,
Because-
it's a microscope now.
So basically, it's like a microscope, right?
But that's a special powers microscopic vision.
That's true.
You need to buy that. I mean, it's like a point, though. I think, right?
It's not expensive. No.
Yeah, it's like an extra point, but it is microscopic vision is to see Ant-Man is an extra point.
Because I can tell you
1
from
to 4,
actual
yeah.
scope, you can't use a telescopic sight like a microscope because it won't focus at that range.
Yeah.
Well, and then also I think you run into game mechanics. The game mechanics dictate that.
For once,
Okay,
game
here's the
mechanics and real life match up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
I love when that happens.
it's 1 rank if you want to be able to see as small as dust, 2 ranks for as small as cells, 3 ranks for DNA and complex molecules, and 4 ranks for atomic-sized zoom.
Supervision scope. Give me 1 sec here. That's microscopic vision.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Hey.
I hear a Skippy. I don't see a Skippy.
Yeah. What's up with that?
No, I just want to test the sound first before I do video.
Oh,
It
okay.
actually sounds like
yeah.
you for
It
once.
sounds.
and
It
not a
sounds really
Yeah.
clear.
Doesn't sound like a McDonald's drive-through window from the 1930s.
Well,
A pickle.
that's because I got a new
Okay.
headset.
Good.
That
So
costs
for-
more than $5.
Yeah.
Tim, for narrative purposes,
$5.50 on sale at Walmart.
Amazon Day.
I teleport to my lab. I modify my supervision scope to give it microscopic vision. I teleport back.
Which level of microscopic vision did you give it?
Just 1.
Okay, so dust size.
Dust size. I don't think it's going to be cellular size.
Right.
Unless he has nanotech in there.
That would be amazing.
One interesting thing is that I'm still getting Skippy's battery percentage.
Are you on your computer now?
For reasons I don't fully understand.
Skippy, what are you
Oh.
using?
The new laptop.
Why the hell are we getting your battery?
I don't know, but I actually got it for Carol too on Pineapple when she was on her laptop. So
Is it a
Oh.
Mac laptop?
No, it's a Windows.
Oh, it's right. He did get a Windows.
yeah.
All right. I'm going to do another technology check, or is that a perception?
Okay, so that'll be perception. Okay, so yeah, you can see the intricacies of it now, how it works and how you would. It is definitely being
So it's
held.
electronic?
It is electronic. There's something like there's stuff holding it together.
Okay. So I will tell Red, all you need to do is hit your belt buckle and target the bracelet.
All right, and what does the belt buckle do again in that moment?
It disables technology. It's a selective
Nullify.
nullify.
Okay, so that's an opposed roll then.
Yep.
So you want to roll?
It's my technology against his.
Well, it's against. Yeah. Well, it's not
Yeah,
against
against
tech,
prices.
but it's against. All right.
Something.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your tech. Or no, you're not. It's nullify.
It's nullify. It's how many ranks did you put into the belt?
Yeah,
buckle?
it's how many ranks you put in nullify. It's not your tech.
Hold on. Stats and skills. Or power set. 13 ranks.
Okay.
So it's just a roll of 13, right?
1d20 plus 13, yeah. Which I
Yeah.
guess we could just call it that, because that's... Or no, yeah, go ahead and roll it. 1d20 plus 13.
31.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Oh,
Oh. Wait, is
Mindy.
it subtle?
Can
Is
you
it
use
Is it insidious? Or did the belt buckle just like vibrate him or something? I don't know.
Does anyone have a skill to make them reroll?
Yeah, he hasn't told us the result, so I can use a skill luck for D to re-roll that.
I'm not going to roll better than that, really.
I mean, it doesn't really cost me anything to use one. So, I mean,
But
if
look at
nobody
the,
has a skill to make Mindy reroll.
look at her
Oh.
roll though.
Actually, I
look
have
at her
that too.
numbers.
I have that too. I can use a roll of luck to.
Oh,
but
God.
It's gonna cost me a hero point to.
She rolled
So-
a 3.
She rolled a 3.
Oh,
Then
wow.
we're not. Well, then that's probably not. a hero point then.
Yeah.
All right, final vote. Do you guys want me to throw the? I can make
So,
a re-roll
there's,
for a hero
there's very
point, but,
little
like,
room for D to roll better, and very little room for Mindy to roll worse.
Literally
But,
only 2
like,
in
it
either
needs to be, like-
direction.
It needs to be like nat 20, nat 1 scenario for them to like.
Something like that.
There might be
Can I
room
just
for
shoot
one
Mindy?
tick higher. Well,
I'm still saying use the angle grinder. Just an invisible floating angle grinder. That won't freak him out.
we're gonna let it ride. I'm not gonna use my luck thing to try and
That
influence
would
a
be
3 to
a
lower.
massive waste.
Are you using video tonight, Matt?
Yeah, we all have bets riding on your hair color, but you know,
Or colors.
or colors. We've come out with payouts for whatever scenario we got here.
You had a whole blue ring octopus
Wow.
thing going, and
Oh, you're breathing into your mic.
Priceless.
Holy crap.
Priceless. Anyways, well, Matt's working on that. What's the result of all this?
I don't think it's coming off.
Yeah, nothing is the result of all of this. He pushes the button and nothing happens.
But does anyone know that nothing happens, or is everyone like,
I mean, all right, mental link. Are you going to let us know? That's the question.
Well, I mean, Red.
Is Red going to let us know?
I mean, Red and D can both see that like it didn't come off.
The bracelet didn't come off.
There we go.
hey?
Oh, it's a skippy.
Yeah, only the microphone is working on this currently.
There's always something.
Well, of course. So I have the wackiest look of all of us.
There, your $5.50 headset.
It was like $40, okay?
Oh my!
Oh, so was mine.
These are eight.
I'm using
That's
Dave's.
a good starting. That's a good starting price for headset.
Yeah, I think these were like
Okay.
35.
All right, so
Well, I got one of your input in it before I bought it, so
Yeah, it's a HyperX.
yeah.
Decent. I just don't. I think that he doesn't know how to set them up.
probably it.
Probably
I
not.
told you, 95% of the problem is not the technology.
It's a picnic error.
So once I fix the technology, then I can fix the applicability.
No, you mean fix the U.
Yes, yes, that.
Okay,
All right.
anywho, back to the story.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be like the bracelet didn't fall off.
So I'm going to say, okay, do we have the ability to regrow a hand? This is a serious question.
Amanda would slowly turn and stare at 9. Like, what?
We need
where
to
are you
get
going
this
with this?
thing off. I mean, I don't care how.
Can you use
we-
your like light powers on it, like grab it and like melt it off or something?
That's not how that works.
Okay. Guys, he's standing trial. If we chop off his hand before the trial, I think we might be interfering with said trial.
Well, if we can grow it back, it's his word against ours. So
not a good start to the whole justice system process.
We need,
Like-
we
you
need a
want the bracelet off or not?
duct tape power.
Hey, in fairness to this guy, and I could be completely wrong, but he did come in quietly so far. Like,
Oh, he wouldn't have if he
No,
had the choice.
no, he didn't.
well, we all know that he's probably capable of resisting this if he wanted to, and Red convinced him. I think if we chop his hand off, that's not going to help our propaganda.
Okay, fine. D, do you have an angle grinder? Something we could use to cut this thing off. And if we happen to nick the skin, oh well.
Is it Emily?
What?
Oh.
Girl from
Oh, his contact.
Emily online. Or
Can she communicate with the device and have it disable itself?
You could ask her.
We'll add her to the mental link.
well, she's
And
in another
ask her.
dimension, isn't
I
she?
was going to say,
No.
where is she?
She's in the base.
No, she's in our base.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
flip
she's
the switch.
basically living in the base right now.
I'll
We gave
say,
her her
hey,
own room, remember?
oh right. Hey,
This place is
Emily,
getting
what do you,
bigger and bigger.
you wanna
Like,
you wanna help us with our price problem? We've got him
Like a
up here,
dorm.
and we could use your help.
The price is wrong.
Sure. What do you want?
So he's got this bracelet on that apparently can let him teleport and God only knows what else, and we can't get it off. And it's got some super high tech in it. And when it comes to super high tech, you're the first person that comes to mind as far as, well, one of the very first people that comes to mind. So this seems right up your alley.
we need a price check.
Okay.
Price check on aisle 1.
Yep.
Price check. Price check.
It's like a Pip Boy.
All right. So yeah, she will. She'll go to the courtroom, I guess.
I'll teleport, get her, and teleport her back. She weighs less than like. I think I can.
She's pretty light, yeah. I think the default for teleporting now is only 50 pounds.
That's concierge service.
She's not
Okay.
that emaciated.
I
So-
actually, yeah, I agree with that. I think it's 50 pounds or something.
Yeah. Yeah, up to 50 pounds of additional mass.
I mean, 5 can carry her.
She can freaking walk. It's not that.
I know,
much
I was
of
gonna
a
say.
She can
problem.
just walk,
And
yeah.
also, like, I don't think she's upset him. So, like, the rest of us, like,
Okay.
showing our faces would be a little upsetting. But
I
Emily
thought that
just could
she
be-
still couldn't walk, but never mind. So I will escort her invisibly. So she is
Follow
invisible.
the sound of my voice.
I know. I have an invisible, visible.
This is your
Um,
conscience. I know what you did last week.
She is in my illusion bubble.
Okay.
Sounds like a making of a great sitcom. I'm just saying.
All right, so she's gonna try to communicate with the bracelet, and she's gonna be like, you know, there's an AI in there, right?
No.
Brilliant.
Okay, well that's what you're dealing
In the
with.
bracelet?
Yeah.
Is
Gina
it-
will say, "Hey Siri."
Her name is Mindy.
Oh,
Hey, Mindy.
Wait,
she
Hey,
is
not
Mindy.
Price
AI?
a host? Is
Hey, Mindy,
Price like
divide-
a
Divide by 0.
is Price like a fleshy host for AI Mindy? Is that what we're working with?
jeez.
No, near as I
She
can
would-
tell, it's in the bracelet.
Would you like to play a game?
oh, jeepers! I don't think most of our fans will know that reference.
I did. That's all that matters.
What does that mean, Emily?
Well, I can't just override control.
Can you-
Because it's got a mind.
Is it talking to you, or
Yeah.
does it seem like a happy mind or a bad mind? Like, wait till I get out of this bracelet, kind of I'm going to destroy the world mind? Like, is that something?
No,
Or is it just like a happy mind? It's just
she just, you know, does her job.
did
Which
Price create the
is-
AI?
Well, I don't know that.
So, any thoughts on how we can get this thing off of his wrist?
Ask nicely.
Well, I don't know if we can anymore because maybe they're talking to each other.
Well, we can. Just nobody wants to do the way we know it works.
No, but I don't know. Like Minutes like I throws her hands up a little bit. Like I don't know. Like we've gotten this far. If he runs, he's running from the law. We've proved our point, and then we know how to handle that.
Well, if he
If
runs,
he stays
he's going to
for
be
trial.
he's going to
like,
be
what are we
incredibly
worried about?
dangerous.
What are we worried about here? Where are we worried about the bracelet?
If
Him
he
running
runs, he's
again,
going to
right.
be incredibly dangerous because he knows that he's got his back against the wall. A caged animal
Right.
is the most dangerous.
But he's
So
outside of
I would
Nashua.
rather
If he
not
goes-
let
if he-
him.
If he goes back to Nashua, then we tried to do it civilly, and then now we have all cause in the world to do it your way now.
So what if the
What if he
AI
doesn't?
is programmed to keep him from danger?
Well, it's doing a shitty job because he's in the middle of our fortress right now. So
And not under any danger as yet.
Mhm.
well,
So what if we cut his hand off while invisible and won't know any better?
that might signal
Just-
the danger alarm.
Well, by the time it knows it's happening, it'll already be off his arm.
That depends how fast you can do it.
Just shing, done. Good. Ta-da.
Is this AI self-aware? Can I ask? Can Emily ask, or does Emily know? This AI self-aware
Yeah.
thinks on its own.
Is the AI aware of you, Emily?
Yeah, we're talking.
Well, what are you guys talking about?
Uh,
How bad of a boss Price is.
I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Now it's
is
right now.
Mindy happy with Bryce, or is this kind of like
I mean,
I'm
Mindy doesn't-
enslaved in his body right now
Minnie
kind of
doesn't
scenario?
seem to have like opinions programmed in.
So not a feeling AI.
No,
Very analytical
she's
AI.
she's
Got it.
very much focused on her job.
What is her
Can
job?
Emily ask her to if she can be removed temporarily?
Yeah, I already tried that.
Okay, sorry.
She's
give
probably
her, give her a little
attached.
credit. Give
They have a-
Emily a little credit for doing literally the most obvious thing that she can do.
Would Mindy be interested in learning about a flying saucer?
So Kate's in the
Would you
mental
like to go
link,
on
right?
vacation, Mindy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go on vacation, Mindy? We
Kate's
have some,
gonna-
we have some destinations.
Kate's gonna say, "Can't you just teleport it off him?"
I feel like that falls under 9 solution because we need someone selectively to teleport the
But you'd be
bracelet.
teleporting
No.
the bracelet, not Price.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I could try that, I guess. What's that?
Wait, how do we know that's not going to be like a worse scenario than?
I mean, you
It's like-
don't know until you try.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Wait, so
trust
now
the
we're
cat.
now we're afraid to take it off of him altogether. When did that
Well, now-
happen?
When we figured out it was sentient, I think that's somewhere along that line is when we start like I
that
start
thing
questioning
means-
it.
Will
That thing means as much to me as a decoder ring and a Cracker Jack box. It's not important. Price is
ha-
important.
has Red told Price he needs to remove all technology?
No, he hasn't. But Bryce is very much being irritable right now.
Okay, so he's belligerent. Okay.
And I would not recommend allowing Price to actually touch the thing.
That's true.
I like the teleporting it off his arm deal.
Let's try it. So literally just just reach in, touch it, and try to teleport?
I guess what kind of check is it? Is it a technology check?
It's not a check. It's a teleport.
5 has a higher teleport.
5
skill
also
level
needs
than
a
I do.
shadow to teleport through.
Yeah.
But it also,
Is it in a
again,
shadow
it's
if it's
not.
inside
There's
your
not a
skin?
roll involved.
Oh, there's
Oh.
not.
I thought that it would resist.
So the resist would be to get a hold of it, but it is a removable device. That's why it's bought with equipment points.
So if you're invisible, he would not see.
if you
trying
can
to grab
make
it.
contact with it, that's the thing that you would roll about.
And if
So
he
it's like a
can't
grab
see you,
roll?
he would not resist.
Yeah, so
In
you
theory.
basically just make an unarmed attack, and he's going to take significant minuses to his defense to avoid that.
Oh god. My
Okay.
unarmed attack is 1.
Well, at least you have arms.
Ah, you
But
won
your
on that one.
attacks, all your attacks are unarmed.
Ah, they're unlegged
Fair,
too.
fair. That's
okay.
a good rebuttal.
Here we go.
God, this is gonna be terrifying.
This is going sideways. I already.
You want me to re-roll that? That was a 9.
I mean, you could only do better if you re-rolled it.
That's true.
Anyone want? Do you want a luck?
Oh my gosh, sure. Sure, well, I'll use 1 level of luck for that reroll.
Hey.
All right.
Hey!
You make contact. Go ahead and teleport.
I teleport.
All right, you take it with you.
All right. I will lock it in a box.
How's he feel? Like,
Wait.
like I would imagine if I had like.
I
an
want to know
implant
his
that-
reaction to this.
Yeah, yeah. His implant suddenly goes
Yes.
away. Like,
Well, it's not
Not
an
an
implant,
implant.
it's just a bracelet.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was
No,
connected somehow.
no, it's like a metal implant or a metal ring.
Like a bracelet. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like.
Nope.
You know, bone
It's-
drilled into the bone or something. Okay, got it. Just
It's not
bracelet.
attached in any way. It just
Ah.
is closed.
I was only wanting to cut his hand off because the hand is thicker than the wrist. If you
So-
notice your
That's even
Wow.
that makes it even worse in my mind. I'm like, I thought it was like. That's why I was like, oh, we need the bone saw. And I'm like, wait a second, it's not even connected to a bone.
Okay, I guess theoretically, if we crushed his hand, it would also
no, it's
work.
okay. I'm moving on. I'm all right. Like that's it just made it more gruesome in my mind. That's all right.
Anatomy lessons with 9.
Who's the terrorist
There's
now? God.
There's a clasp. There's a clasp on the damn
Oh.
thing.
So, I'll bring it to the workshop. I'll construct a RF shielded box and put it in.
Okay, cool.
And so, how does Price react to his favorite toy suddenly going?
You know, continued belligerence.
That's it.
I mean,
Come on, I wanted some-
it's
I
hard
wanted
to
some
it's hard to
response.
tell. It's hard to tell whether he's more or less belligerent when that
Did he
happens.
even notice?
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah.
did he say?
He's basically just cussing Red out at this point.
Okay.
So he's being a total Karen.
So,
Well-
We did just arrest him and then takes his valuable objects off him. So I feel like he's having a bad day. I'll let him have the bad day.
yeah, they searched him and took everything else.
Yeah.
And, okay. Was there anything of note?
Yeah, there was like a gun and a knife.
I call dibs on the gun. It's a trophy now. I'm gonna put it on the mantle.
Trophy.
That has to go into
Congratulations
personal
on your
effects lock-
Desert Eagle.
locker.
Hey, I'm seriously mounting this on the mantle. Well, do we have a fireplace? We need a fireplace. We're gonna add a fireplace. And
So
it's
I
going
can.
above it.
I need a mantle. Step 1, make mantle. Step 2, put Desert Eagle on mantle.
Step 3, profit.
Yes. Admire.
We'll sell tickets to see Price's Desert Eagle.
Yeah, I put the little nameplate underneath. Commissioner Price's Desert Eagle.
I'm still waiting for things to go sideways.
Oh, we all are, but we're making them have a less chance to go sideways. And I mean, unless he's got another device hidden somewhere else that we haven't thought to check yet. Hint, hint. Glove.
Prison pocket.
Thank you, Matt. He said the thing. Matt said the thing out loud. I was trying not to say the thing, but Matt said the thing.
I said what we were all thinking.
Yes. The don't drop the soap hole.
Amanda eyes
Oh god.
eyes widen a little bit, and then she calmly goes into her pocket and takes the flask and starts swigging some alcohol. Going, and she's just swinging alcohol, and she's like looking for words right now.
Can Dee teleport her flask out away from her?
I mean, you can try.
You have to touch it first.
Yep, you have to touch it first.
I'll transmute it to gold.
I'm
Do
The
it.
flask or the alcohol?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's the tricky part.
all of it. I'm
It's
gonna
gold
say,
slugger now.
Amanda.
Is the flask now gold? Like, is that what we're working with, Tim? Or is this still a debate?
I mean, anyone who wants to do anything to the flask has to make a successful attack to touch it, or hit it with a beam, as the case may be.
Do it, Gina. Do it.
So as long as no rolls have been made, no, nothing has happened to the flask.
Nothing has happened.
no. Gina asked for a swig too.
Well,
Here we go.
yeah, that's not
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so Dean just tried to make an unarmed attack on the flask.
So what's my counter to this?
Normal
jeez.
defense is -5 because he's invisible.
What normal defenses like a dodge or a parry?
Yeah. If he's
You're dodging.
invisible to you, then you're taking a -5. You don't roll. You just
Oh,
just
just.
made it.
Wait, I don't roll?
no.
Oh, okay. I know I roll.
It's just a value.
So yeah.
So what's your value for parry?
What are your dodge and parry scores?
My parry DC is 15.
Okay.
-5.
What about your dodge?
It's lower than that, so I would use parry.
So it worked.
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
it's -5, right?
made contact. Yeah.
So yeah. And your
Oh.
flask is gone.
So the flask appears on the counter in the kitchen. I'm not
So-
going to take it away from you permanently.
You know better.
So Amanda's aware that you took this flask away and put it in the kitchen. And Amanda would say, "I can't wait for the aliens to attack you first."
Okay.
I'll be ready.
And then she's gonna storm out of the room, be like,
Wait.
"All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready for the aliens that are gonna start swarming our base."
I'm gonna follow
D,
her. And go,
D, you may want to get ready yourself. Because you're a little.
Wait, when is this
And then she's
happening?
gonna storm out.
Wait, what?
I'm going to follow her because apparently that's what her and I do to each other. I'm gonna follow her until I get an answer. When is this happening?
What? What is this? When is this happening? More information, please.
And Amanda continues to be like, "I'm not talking to you. I don't have my alcohol."
I'm not
Okay.
drunk enough for this conversation.
I will fly back, grab the alcohol off the counter, and fly back to her and hand it to her and say, "Okay, when do they show up?"
She's gonna take a swig anytime. Like, I don't-
Damn it.
yes.
So I'm now light.
So Dee's like, what?
What?
Where did that come from?
Arvis, get ready for intruders. Apparently of the alien variety. They're probably going to show up near the spacecraft. That's my best guess, but I've been wrong before.
Present company excluded?
What?
Well, there's a whole bunch of intruders in a courtroom holding a trial right now.
I mean, new intruders, like that aren't here already. That
Amanda
are
would be
probably
non-
not. That aren't
hum-
human. If they're not
Not
human,
humanoid.
focus on those.
Oh, they're humanoid.
I said human.
Oh my
They're
god,
not human.
Arvis is gonna shoot Ava next time she's at a base.
That is
That
a
will deal
distinct
with that
possibility.
Well, that won't happen for another 2 years because the offline group, you know, they'll figure this out. So 2 years from now, we're all gonna have a nice laugh about that. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, we're like halfway through my Star Trek campaign by then, and get an angry message from Jacob, like, "What did you do?"
We should just tell him now. Invest in Dodge. You'll appreciate that 2 years from now.
Oh no. But anyhow, okay, so I'm gonna go to the hangar and like just kind of like stand on top of the spaceship and just be kind of waiting. Like, I bet you they're gonna show up here.
All right, so how's the tribunal going?
So the trial is going to run. It's going to take like 3 days.
Do they take 3 days to show up?
No, like, oh,
No,
trial.
I mean the aliens.
there's no aliens.
It's like,
gonna-
oh no, they're already here.
No aliens are going to show up in the next 3 days. Are you just standing like on top of the spaceship?
Well, yeah, I was expecting to show up any minute. After like an hour goes by, I'm gonna find Amanda and be like, okay, they're showing up here, right?
Amanda would be like, yeah, in the base.
No,
And
see,
You can't give me any more specifics on when they're showing up, because I'm not standing on top of that damn spaceship all night.
I mean, there
I didn't
wasn't.
tell. Go ahead.
I
Go ahead,
was gonna say
Tim.
there wasn't a time. Like there wasn't a timestamp on.
Yeah.
Nine.
Like,
It said any time. That tells me, like,
wait.
be ready.
Wait, I'm gonna do an insight check here.
We all know that Trip is lying anyways because 9 flies 500 feet above whatever.
Am I able to ascertain like the time? Any time to like from how I know this information? Am I able to like discern whether
No.
pending doom is possibly close by or possibly far away in the future?
Okay, so is there like a clock in the living room of the base on the wall?
I feel like that's a reasonable.
I'm sure there's a clock on some kitchen appliance. Can you see the kitchen appliances from the living room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
every oven and microwave nowadays has one. Like,
So yes, there would be a clock visible from the living room.
Sure. All right, so it's like 2 o'clock.
Of course,
So
that
it says
doesn't
2
specify
o'clock?
AM or PM.
It doesn't specify. Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock in like quarter after 2. It doesn't in the vision. It doesn't like have a date attached, and you don't know if it's AM or PM.
Of course not.
But it's the clock says it's like 2 o'clock.
So I guess twice
Is
every
there a
day
calendar?
we need to be ready here.
is there a calendar in the said kitchen that's like got little X's on it?
Well, none of you
I
have been
don't.
marking X's on a calendar, so
Okay,
no.
Amanda's gonna scrounge through the desk drawer or the kitchen drawers, find a calendar, put it on the fridge, and start putting X's to the current date.
Wait, can you retroactively affect your vision? Because if you didn't see
We're gonna
it,
test that theory.
oh gosh, Tim, this feels like time travel.
Well, okay, so the important thing to remember is that the visions are possible futures.
There
true.
it is.
So changing details like that won't necessarily change any details in the vision because it's a potential future. You've just changed a potential factor.
Yeah. Amanda's already know that like her visions like, and she's already been grilled by the other party members of like the accuracy, and she defended the fact that accuracy is subjective.
Right. Yeah, I
So-
mean, although you were right about the fight
Yeah.
happening outside of the gate, it just was an illusion and not a
Right.
real fight. It turns out.
I mean, it's been right. It's been right enough times that she trusts it,
Right.
but she knows that it's not like. She's also know that she's influenced it too, or
This
she
group
feels
is
that she's-
this group's too unpredictable for that to always be accurate.
So during the 3 days, Dee's going to be working on the Humvee,
Okay.
and in between the day, he's going to sleep.
He's looking for those dreams.
Yep.
That's right.
So Amanda would go over and tell 9, try not to be here around 2. 2
Wait,
o'clock.
do we-
And then Amanda
we-
would open a portal and leave for the 3 days.
Oh, jeez. Well, 9 is going to do the opposite and set an alarm for 2 o'clock both morning and evening to be waiting for this to happen. And every day it doesn't happen, he's going to be cursing your existence.
Which is 3. There will be 3 days in which it doesn't happen.
So 6 times it doesn't happen. There is
Gina
substantially
needs
more
to,
cursing happening at 2 a.m.
Gina needs to
2:05.
transmute the liquid in Amanda's flask into water.
Oh yeah, that's the only place you can find alcohol in the apocalypse.
I'll make a Goldschlager.
If I can, one thing we can count on any apocalypse, all apocalypses will have alcohol.
That's true.
So I guess 9. Yeah, 9 does sleep. It's just interrupted every night.
It's just off cycle. It's just
Yeah.
it's from 1 to 1, or no, something.
Actually, no. He winds up just staying up late. Like at 2:30, he's like, "Nah, screw this. Go to bed." So I guess that's 3 opportunities for dreams.
Yep.
That's still a thing.
Yeah, those are still things for most of you. I will have to write them up later. I don't have them on this document right now. I have them somewhere else. But oh, actually, I do have. Well, hold on a second. Let me roll for. D had 1 dream, but I don't have it here.
You can read it to us at the cookout on Saturday, because I'm sure it won't be terrible like any of mine.
I know. Will there be children present? Then no, you can't read Tripper's dreams. Poor guy.
Oh no, he cannot. Oh yeah, a few of those were like, nope, never mentioning this to anyone ever again, both in game and IRL.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
the kind of thing that
you
you
did
carry.
not. You did not have any dreams during those 3 days, anyway.
Probably for the better.
Yeah, I'm looking
So are
at
we
the
making the
I'm
assumption
looking
that
at the
everyone
2
sleeps?
dreams that I have left for you, and I can imagine your response to really either of them.
Man, I picked the best slasher. Then again, I couldn't imagine playing anyone else but 9 at this point.
That's true.
I really couldn't.
All right. Anyone else doing anything during those 3 days? Is anybody keeping an eye on the trial? You just kind of waiting for results?
I mean, I want to listen in on the trial.
I
About when-
would sleep during those 3 days, as well as I whispered you, Tim, what Amanda would do
Right.
during those days.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to
Yeah, I'm sure
Like,
there'd be
each-
like a radio broadcast of it within the base.
like
Yeah, is this like a C-SPAN? You know, you turn on the television, you see the trial going on, day 2 of the trial.
I mean, you can. Like, Arvis is fully capable of both watching it and displaying it on the TV in the living room.
Has he admitted to shitting on the bed yet?
Arvis? Arvis doesn't do
No.
that.
To it?
Christ. Christ.
Oh, I was thinking Arvis. I was like,
No!
so many
No,
questions.
the trial! Oh, wait, wrong case.
Wrong
Sorry.
trial.
Sorry. They all
this
start
is
to sound the
Price, not
same.
heard.
Yes. I heard wrong.
Yeah.
But each lunchtime, I'm going to, like, pretty much just make both defense and prosecution whatever they want for lunch.
Nice.
But when I'm not doing that, I want to use our portals to look at Boston.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right.
Looking for what?
His kids, probably.
Oh, that's right. That's a
Probably.
thing that I completely forgot to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
yes,
was like-
you did.
Session 3.
But
I don't think
But-
those kids have been mentioned this calendar year.
No, I don't think so either. But
Yeah.
I like this page turning event. This is good. Keep going.
But-
what are you
but
looking
the
for, there,
first
buddy?
day, it's going to be specifically looking at ways in to Boston
Okay.
and how tight their security is and stuff like that.
Okay. So basically, it's not actually hard to get in, honestly. I mean, there's some walls up at some places that have various patrols, but like, they seem to let, like, traders and stuff in.
So it's not like
and it's
Nashua,
not fully
basically.
surrounded. Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not like the Lowell wall, is it?
It's not all like that, no.
Oh, okay.
There are portions of it there like that, but no, it's not fully enclosed. Basically, what you can tell is that it's enclosed where issues arise. So, like, facing us. Basically.
Pretty much.
Okay.
So if you're coming from, basically, if you're
So-
coming from, like, Free
Rhode Island.
Dairy, or anywhere from, like, in an arc from, like, Free Dairy to the Quabbin, like, that's going to be, you're going to run into wall.
But like Rhode Island North is completely like
Yeah.
open country.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wasteland.
Matt, do you share this with the group, or are you just like clandestine, like a little scouting patrols here?
I'm just scouting for now. I'm not going to tell anyone yet.
Okay, all right.
The secrecy continues from everyone.
This thing restarted.
I know.
the
We
stream.
don't say anything to anyone.
God only knows what Amanda's out doing.
They could-
Looking for booze. I mean, I think that's been clearly established.
So stream restarted, and it's saying 0 viewers, but the full list of users is the same. Could you guys like click on my name, like my little icon on the far right left? I think I've heard people say that like that's how it counts you.
I'm not even in the.
Well, no, not you
Here.
obviously, but people who are.
I'm gonna pop out of the room and then pop back in. See if that
All right.
helps.
I'll just refresh.
Cool. That's weird. But thankfully, I'm recording as well, so the video that goes up on the website will not have that gap in it.
There we go.
Cool.
I'm showing up.
Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so the trial is going pretty well.
I lost him for a second.
Well,
I think we all did.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to, because it's completely out of focus.
Yeah, you are out of focus.
Focus.
Has been for
focus.
most of the time.
There you
There
go.
he is.
Hey, there you go.
Anyways,
I wasn't sure what it was.
yeah, it just does that sometimes. I have to disable the camera and then re-enable it to fix it. I don't know why. But anyway, so during the trial, there's a bunch of back and forth. Like there's people that get called in to support, to argue. Obviously, there's a defense being offered for a price, and a lot of like the prosecution argument very strongly relies on the video or the records from the facility and the video of Price basically saying that he did this.
Is Emily testifying as well?
Yeah, Emily does testify to being kidnapped. She's kind of the keynote witness. She's brought in near the end of the prosecution's time. The defense makes a big deal about basically no one present had jurisdiction for any of the stuff he did before the world ended, and he has, all he's done after the world ended is establish Nashua Center, basically. They kind of try to condemn Emily as they're questioning the accuracy of Emily's testimony.
So basically, they're not saying that he didn't do it. They're just saying it's okay.
Well,
They're just trying to throw out the evidence. That's their plan, is to
Yeah.
throw Emily as evidence.
They're
Well,
throwing
not
out
just
Emily
that
as
whole
evidence,
thing.
but everything before the world ended, is functionally being treated as a moot point.
So everyone got a free pass once the world ended.
If you weren't tried by the authorities in place at the time.
God damn it.
That's-
Whoa. Tried by the authorities in place at the time. Not everyone in this panel can say that that didn't happen.
So you guys actually did a pretty good job of preventing any of the stuff that I had planned for Price to make this go south for us.
Very nice.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah,
Well,
you were
pleasantly
you were
surprised.
thorough, and I am impressed.
Woohoo!
I had a place for him to teleport, but it didn't happen.
Didn't even have to resort to mutilation.
Nope, not this time. So
Not this time.
It's always an option.
we're not taking it off the table.
Oh, that reminds me. We've still got Corporal Columbia to deal with.
That's true.
Yes,
We're just gonna ignore him for these 3 days.
pretty much. We all got our own agendas. He's sweating it out.
Gotta
for
let
3
him
days.
stew.
That's right.
Gotta let him stew.
Well, this feels
Rule
like
one
something
of
that's-
interrogation.
I feel like Steven needs to be here for this. Because
Yeah.
that would be more entertaining.
Maybe Steven has been interrogating him for the past 3 days. That'd be fun.
So he's saying, so son, instead of punishing you, I'm going to punish this guy. So every time he screams, I want you to feel bad about it.
Right. This is all your fault. What?
That's only gonna give him a slight complex.
Oh, yes. This is why I should never be a parent.
A simple, you might call it. So yeah, Price is gonna get found guilty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Are we all in the living? I imagine we're all in the living room watching this televised, like it's some other major trial that goes on
I mean, it's the biggest news
since the apocalypse.
basically in this area, aside from like the war.
Yeah. So I'm going to
We've
ask
lost it.
Red. So once this happens, I'll be like, okay, so where's he being incarcerated?
Amanda's gonna glare at him like, no more. This doesn't involve dismemberment, right?
No, this involves making sure he doesn't get broken out. Because I don't want to do this again.
Yeah. What is the sentencing? So he's found guilty, and then there's usually a sentencing of what the punishment for said guiltiness is.
Or
Right.
tell me he's getting the needle. Because if he gets the needle,
Yeah.
it's a moot point, and I'll be
Maybe-
very happy.
Maybe the justice system's gonna answer that question for you. Oh, he's gonna roll. He's gonna roll to see what the punishment. I love it. I love how the dice are gonna dictate.
Uh-oh. Is this a 100-sided die? Or...
Yeah.
Well, it's a percentage die. Yeah, it's
So
it's not
this
actually.
this roll determines whether this part of the campaign comes
You get
to
the
a
parking
close.
ticket, or he gets this death penalty.
He pays a $500 fine, walks free.
Community
What?
service, son of a bitch.
Okay, high or low?
Who's
is this a
gonna
group
choose
decision?
this? Who's
Yeah,
gonna choose this?
group consensus. High or
Alright, so
low?
there's-
What
there's
severity?
five of
Is the higher number the higher severity, or the lower number higher severity?
All right, let's vote. I say high.
Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Okay.
It's unanimous.
Cool. He rolled an 8.
Yeah, that's not high.
So that means
Parking ticket. Probation.
yeah.
Community
It is
service.
not. It is not going to be a very strict punishment.
God damn it.
We can
Well-
just assassinate him then.
I'm gonna take D aside and say, okay, so we're not letting this slide, right?
Yeah, what is the sentence for this? Is like, so it's not a very harsh sentence,
Well-
but what is it like? A year in jail or something like that? Or
Yeah,
like,
it's a jail term.
D will be like, we have known associates who are not happy with him. We
Associate
could
of
let
marriage?
her know.
Wait,
I mean,
who's her?
someone of a more demonic nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
So it's gonna
that sounds
be
like a great plan.
it's gonna be like 6 months imprisonment in Manchester.
I'm not
Manchester owes
afraid.
us a favor. I mean, they owe us a favor from when we got dealt with the storm for them, right?
No.
What?
Well, they didn't actually want you to do that, and then once you did, they paid you for it. So
And so I guess we're all square.
And a favor. And a favor.
I don't remember a favor. That was like a year and a half ago.
It was a year and a half ago. I that is very accurate. But
They don't see it as that.
But no, this is going to be between 9 and D because I don't know how anyone else in the group's going to feel. But I feel like between me and D, and recruiting Demona, I think the three of us can make this problem go away permanently. Because
But
I'm
D's
gonna,
not going to do anything about it.
Why not?
D is just going to be like, we know somebody that doesn't want that.
Well, but if
I
she
don't want to be
fails,
associated with his assassination.
I don't care. He
Directly.
needs to die. He deserves to
directly.
die. I am totally fine with making that happen. Anyone can think what they want. Because to me, him being in jail means his associates are going to bust him out. The only answer to this is him being dead.
well, I guess this is the big talk we've all been like we've been building up for. Okay, we're gonna let the justice system happen. It happened. Now, what are we gonna do about it? Because the chances of us agreeing with the justice system were very slim. But so let's have that talk. What? Okay. So we're gonna go murder him after the thing. Is that justice? Is that what we're calling justice?
I'm avoiding metagaming as much as possible because I'm also thinking how I would think in game. Also knowing he is a very powerful man who has very powerful associates, so him being in jail, that's not going to hold him. So
Well, we
unless
know
he's
that in
dead,
character, though. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he ran a town that had a lot of abilities.
But I also know metagaming that if he's not dead, the story is not over. Because that's what I would do if I was Tim. But that's not the guiding principle. The guiding principle is, if I was in this situation, yes, he's only gonna escape. He's only going to be a problem. Even if he's there only for a year, let's say no one breaks him out, then he's a problem all over again. No, he needs to be.
So you're
taken
going
out.
you're going with the whole Batman throws the Joker in Arkham prison, and it's just a matter of time before they come back up.
Yes,
Or more
so-
like Daredevil throws Kingpin in prison. He only controls everything from the inside.
Oh, that would be even worse. So yeah, this
good
is-
point. Good point. It could be that scenario. Are
As
you
long
talking
as
that
that-
out? Are you talking that out in character, or is this meta?
I don't. Okay, so what forum is this discussion taking? I don't.
In the
think
living room,
9
watching the TV verdict. I think the TV verdict just happened, and we're
That's what I
all
would
like in the
figure.
living room, like
So D's
deciding this.
stance is that we need to trust the current justice system.
So wait, Amanda would be like, okay, we go with that, and in a year he gets out free.
6 months.
What? 6 months?
6 months.
That is what I
With
said,
good
yeah.
behavior. Oh, I thought it was a year.
No.
Oh, okay, 6 months. 6 months, even worse.
He rolled
6
an
months.
8 on a percentage die. It was a very low sentence.
Can you make them roll luck?
No, he told the result. That's the problem. Once he tells the result, I can't.
Yeah. Part of me thinks that he's not even going to make it to the prison. I don't. Of course, probably the time he's going to be the easiest target is in transit. I mean, that's how they did in all the movies, right? You always break out the bad guy while he's in transit from one prison to another. So
Well, there's
I mean,
also
transit
Yeah, but
is
it's only
stepping
6
through a
months.
portal.
Yeah, he literally gets kicked through a portal and boom, he's in prison.
and there's also the possibility that the general breaks him out.
this is true. Don't we control how the portals work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't we have them think they're stepping into a portal to Manchester and suddenly it's into Flat World?
Then
I mean, you could tell Arvis to override, but you're going to have to do it pretty quickly because
Red's God would be sent there too.
That's fine. We're not going to hurt him. We're just going to tell him.
Yeah, but Manchester, when they go to check on Manchester, they're gonna be like, he didn't show up.
Red's not going to be on board with any of this.
Well, what Red thinks to me means nothing right now.
I see some
Price
deception
needs to
rules
die.
in our future.
Price,
So we don't know
Price's
what happened.
death is the only thing that I care about, both in and out of game. Price needs to die by whatever means necessary. And I will take whatever steps are necessary to effect that end.
Amanda's
But why do we have to
contemplating
be
this.
the ones to do it?
Because I don't trust anyone except for myself and somewhat the rest of you.
also
I
Dee's
mean,
plan
it's prison, isn't
did
it?
have you guys not be the ones who did it.
And that's fine, but I would rather be there. What's she gonna do if immediately Price is in the prison? What's Demona going to break into the prison to get at him? That seems like a low probability of success.
I mean, I would guess that Price put a lot of people in that prison too, right?
So yeah, him stepping into that prison, he may as well be back on the streets. It doesn't matter. He can't get to that prison.
No.
So,
what
I
I'm
can't
saying
believe
is
that D's the conscience of this group.
But wouldn't it be easier to get someone who's already in the prison to deal with Price?
Ooh.
I mean, but that's still. How do we contact?
Gotta
that
take a shower
person?
at some point. Just saying. We'll shiv in the
Do
shower.
we know anyone in that prison? Not that I'm aware of. That seems like a very complicated
We
solution.
have someone that can create a mental link
Mm-hmm.
and can also transmute gold.
Yeah.
That's right. We just put a price on his head in prison and be like,
Put a price on
We're-
price.
Yes.
price on price. Ooh,
Yes.
title for next episode. Price on price.
Price. The price is
Uh,
wrong, bitch.
So
Price chopper.
Yes. Oh, okay. So that is the name of the episode. Whenever Price dies, it will be Price Chopper.
So we could just put a price on him in prison and be like, we'll break out whoever kills him.
I still feel like
Yeah.
that's putting a lot to chance.
D's still not going to be on board with that either.
6 months. These people, whoever wants the bounty, has 6 months to do it.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a lot of time to do it. So all right, all right. So
in
9 is
fairness,
gonna.
He's
Go ahead.
enslaved mutants, and he's done all these horrible things, and he'll got 6 months. So I guess like we don't have to worry about the law being that punitive against us if we get caught.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on D here. So D. Okay. So let's assume he stays there for 6 months, and then he's back on the streets again. Are you okay with that? He'll just go back.
Doesn't
have
he
to have
represent
faith
big
in-
government? Doesn't he?
I-
He is big government, right?
I have to have faith in the current justice system that justice is being served.
This
Because-
feels like something that a sheep would say, just blindly going by what your government overlords tell you to think.
I mean, he's always respected the law and his writings are all about following the law and order of big government. So
Red's not big government, though.
sure. No, not Red. Red's fine. Talking about Price. Commissioner Price.
And D's already acknowledged that he doesn't do that anymore.
What does D do now? Like, I don't know. I feel like he's on the
He is
He's
trying to
like,
contribute
trying to pin him
towards
down on a philosophy.
a
And
new
it's just
society.
So 9 is
Like-
about to play a very dangerous game of trying to awaken the old D. Oh
be a
boy,
roll.
here we
that
go.
should be a roll.
We'll see how this
What is that?
Persuasion.
Persuasion roll.
This
Or-
would be
God.
persuasion. But if we get to
Persuade.
that point,
Persuade.
this is
Persuade
this
off.
Is,
It'll be a
this is
persuade
debate.
off, wouldn't
This
it?
is- I don't know what this is going to be, but then again, neither one of us have necessarily that high a presence, so this is. This is
It'll
like
be a low-scoring game.
like
That's
a
okay.
snapping fight.
It'll be like, and a 2 beats a 1. So there you go.
Rock,
All right.
paper, scissors.
Yeah, it's not like a 50
All right,
and a
so-
60.
All right, so let's do this then. So I'm gonna say, okay. So then, what the justice system says is the ultimate good. Is that what you're saying? That that justice system can't be wrong, that it can't have made the wrong decision, and that the greater moral imperative demands that we do something else?
He's just saying that we have to have faith in the systems that we currently have in place.
Does it say that in his manifesto? Amanda would be like joshing him a little bit in the room, like,
It doesn't
that
matter
your
what's in his manifesto. He's not the
"You
same
wrote the
person
manifesto.
anymore.
Why not? Why like? It's
So,
like it's
this
your,
is
it's
where
your
I-
writings.
Don't know how the persuasion mechanic would actually work.
It's a lot in your favor.
Because
When
I
it's
think-
player versus player, it's interesting.
Right, but I
Oh,
think that D's convictions on this
look, he's throwing the
Are-
conviction rules out.
are quite strong.
And
Quite
Nine's
conflicted.
convictions are also
think-
very strong.
I think it's quite conflicted because your manifesto that you wrote says one thing, and what D is doing now it says is another thing. So
Right,
If I
but
know-
everything that D
But at
has
the
done.
you don't have strong convictions, I would argue, because all the convictions in your manifesto just changed, pivoted.
So
since
it's already been
Apocalypse.
proven that you are able to
Pivotable.
have your mind
But,
change.
right, but
Exactly. Thank you,
the
Trip. I
current
agree.
D
I
is
concur with Trip.
not the past D, is what I'm
Right.
saying. Since
But the past
Right,
D is
so you don't
still
have
in there
conviction.
somewhere.
No, but like you're not convicted
But
to your stance because we've proven that you've changed.
The past D has made decisions, and the present D saw those decisions and no longer wants to make those decisions.
Well,
He
sure.
sees what has had in the past and wants to actively change the present so it doesn't conform to his past.
But this
Right.
feels like he's doing it in a blind manner where he's holding to these new convictions for the sake of these new convictions, not fully considering whether or not these new convictions are correct right now,
Hmm.
that they are appropriate for this situation.
I think we're only going to win this by a roll off. Whatever stat you guys want to choose, I feel like the
But
dice need
the
to get
fact of the
involved. because
matter
this
is-
is a 3-hour debate.
I'm
that
waiting
won't
for
get
the
anywhere.
GM to weigh in.
I also feel like I know Dave well enough.
I-
That, like short of like he's not going to change what he's going to do unless the rules. Tell
At
him
this
otherwise.
point, the only thing I'm going to weigh in on is what roll you need to make. I'm waiting to see where this goes.
This is what GMs
kind
live
of-
for.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with D in the fact of D's not gonna. It doesn't seem like D's gonna change his mind that
Wait a
with
Go
a
ahead.
flimsy argument like that.
Flimsy. My argument is far
Yes.
from flimsy.
Let the dice decide if this is flimsy or not.
But it can't. It's not strong enough to change someone's convictions.
Well, I'm
sorry
still
if you're
in the
having a-
process of making it, so
So
trust
we
me,
know
it only
where-
gets better from here, Bubba Boo.
We know
Wait,
where
is this a Civil
Amanda
War
and
moment?
Trip stand. Where does 5 and Gina stand?
Gina made popcorn.
Amanda's-
Just enjoying the show.
Just levitating it into her mouth.
Mm-hmm. He's like,
Uh,
I mean, you guys
I'm
can-
waiting for the Civil War moment here,
So-
the Marvel Civil War of like this is where we're gonna like split down the middle of like Price needs to go.
If Price is Kingpin, then we are the Avengers, apparently.
If Gina, so I'm gonna put this out there. If Gina and 5 are perfectly fine with this, it doesn't matter what D thinks, anyways. D's just not gonna participate.
Well, that's the whole thing. What we're debating about now is, do we let the actions of the jury just execute? And Tripp's counter is, no, we don't. We get involved.
So I don't think that you need to convince D, because if you guys have the majority vote, you're going to do whatever the hell you want anyways.
He wants to tap into the killer D.
Well, I mean, depending on how this happens, I don't think D would be necessary. I figured D would be the one that would be immediately on my side. I read the situation backwards, obviously. But then again, I think there's more old D than there is now. So
I'm not trying to convince you otherwise. I'm just saying that I don't believe that.
Then that's fine. All right, then I'll say, as long as you're not going to try to stop me, then we're fine. Then you can believe what you want. That's okay.
And I'm just going to be like, I hope it doesn't blow back on all of us.
So wait, so now that D knows this, is him not? Does that align, him not doing anything about it, align with his convictions of, like, is he just ultra pacifist?
Well,
essentially,
no,
like, if I know Tripper's going to murder him, I don't feel any cause to interfere with that. Like, whatever.
He's a not pacifist.
Well, D also has a loyalty to the group, so he's not gonna narc you guys out.
He's not going to come in flying to Price's rescue.
Right. But he's also just going to remind you guys that there may be negative consequences due to these actions.
Well, I will say that every choice that we have made in one way or another has a potential negative consequences. Like getting involved with the general, even trying to go after Price in the first place. That was very risky. But that was all for a greater good. We're still going for that greater good of eliminating Price. That has been the end game from the end.
So Amanda would ask D, be like, so you're okay with 6 months imprisonment for enslaving mutants?
And D
Because
had already said. So remember, D had already said that, like, we know associates who want Price dead.
But can we rely on them?
But
if you want a job done right, do it yourself.
So that was the main point. D doesn't want the blowback on the Headhunters. He doesn't care if Price is dead, but he doesn't want Price to die by our hands.
How about your
culpability?
What about your cult? They have an army.
He's never going to allow that.
No, he wouldn't allow that. No.
What? They kill people. They were killing people left and right.
But he would
feel
fine.
Change them.
Convicted.
He's trying to change them, though.
He's convicted of a bad thing. Even the court decided that he was a bad thing. We're actually all in alignment. It's just that we're just debating about the sentencing. They convicted him guilty. We just think he's the guilty.
And they gave him the sentence.
A shit one.
He enslaved people and tortured them, and they got 6 months.
We'll talk about this offline. About the real world sentencing and stuff too. So,
oh dear.
There will be discussion, I'm sure, on the Discord, and there's the link to join us on Discord.
So nice. So, is Emily in the room? Emily's the one that was captive.
Not with you guys. Emily was part of the trial.
So, let's ask Emily in the mental league. So, what do you feel? How do you feel about this?
And Amanda's kind of hoping that everyone's listening in because she was the one actually like.
I'm hoping that you're leaving Red out of this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I just asked what she thought of the verdict. It's like if anyone's watching television, you just go, "So what do you think about this?" I don't know what her answer is going to be. Like the verdict, guilty, and you'd be like, "Wow."
Sentencing,
6 months. Emily, you doing okay? How do you feel about all this?
This is some bullshit.
Is she on blast with everyone about that? Is she like just megaphone like?
I mean,
Red's like,
whoever's in the voice,
here's
the mental link, I guess. Like whatever
I'm
you
gonna-
use to call her.
That was to see what Red's take on everything is.
yeah, what is Red? What's your opinion on all this?
It's not exactly the results I was hoping for, but it's. I mean, the tricky part about getting these different settlements to work together on coming up with a conclusion was always going to be that they were going to have to compromise somewhere.
So I think Red and D are in the same camp.
Ah, is Red and D in the same camp? I'll roll it insight. Eventually.
Survey
You'll
says
get there. 31.
They seem to be.
I mean,
I'm
this
not
is
gonna-
this is how
I'm not gonna
negotiations work between like smaller governments. I'd say.
Did
Prison
you
is
say that?
about
No, this is
reforming,
not.
right?
Oh, I have zero, both IRL and in game. I have zero faith in the effectiveness of prison to reform.
There's a pineapple episode in itself, right there.
No,
Yeah,
that's
what
a
I'm
little bit
saying
too
is-
controversial. I think.
Yeah,
That
possibly.
Well, what I'm saying is, he's going to prison for 6 months. Give him the 6 months. If not, if he
He walks out.
walks
Boom.
out unchanged and goes back to whatever he was doing, then we do
Well-
it Nine's way.
I mean, we do
You're
have
having
his
faith.
AI.
Debt to society is paid after the 6 months, and I
You're
mean,
having faith that he's still going to be there in 6 months. I don't believe that. I believe
How much
he's gonna-
probation does he get too?
It's irrelevant. I don't think he's going to be there soon. Or even if he is, he's going to be still doing the same stuff from inside prison. He's going to be basically a mob boss from in there, still doing his machinations. It doesn't make a difference.
Are we sure he's going to a normal prison?
It's just a prison in Manchester, so I'm
Manchester.
guessing a regular one.
just as good as an average day prison now, I would imagine.
Well, I'm guessing
Not
in
bad.
the post-apocalypse, it's probably worse. More corruption, less security. I don't know. I have even less faith in it than I would if it was today.
Where is Emily right now? Is she like in the jury courtroom?
She's in the courtroom, yeah.
So Emily, in a perfect world,
It
what-
might be relevant if you guys want to do a insight or a wisdom to recall.
Yeah,
wisdom.
I feel like wisdom. That's not a thing.
Oh, not
Not
it's
in
not
this
called wisdom. In this game, you're right.
It's
22.
insight,
guess,
right? I mean, unless you want to go like awareness. Or...
Yeah, it would be awareness otherwise.
All right.
But that's just insight anyway, so
That's-
whatever. Insight.
Yeah.
I get my +5 advantage to that too for my eidetic memory. I think it's +5, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, +5.
For insight checks.
For anything that
recalling information.
recalling.
All right, so basically everyone except 5.
16.
So everyone except 5 and D may recall that the reason so different settlements were brought into this trial to serve different functions within the kind of political give and take involved in making this trial happen. Manchester is the one that was here as specifically as they're friendly towards Nashua Center.
So that makes me even less. Yeah, guys, Manchester is friendly to Nashua Center. That makes me even less convinced that they are going to be able to hold, or even would actually try. They wouldn't even try to help Price escape. Yeah, I have zero faith in their security. If we let him go there, we might as well just let him walk out the front door. Our only option is to take him out now, because he may disappear into the winds, or he may come back even more dangerous. We don't know. He's vulnerable right now. This is our opportunity. If we don't take it now, we are going to regret it.
Well, we can't do it in the building.
No, we said we're going to portal him to Flat World and stomp him.
Can we portal him to Flat World and have an illusion made of him in the prison cell so everyone thinks he's serving his time?
If you have a way to keep the illusion going.
Can somebody create an android robot?
Right. It's a prison. I mean, I feel like this is almost a cliche comic book, cameras on guy in prison and the guy does push-ups and then it's in a loop.
Okay. So there's two parts of this. If we don't take him to the prison, they're going to realize he's not the prison in Manchester. That's a given. Unless we make a fake Price that's going to be there. What we can do, to cover our own backside, is make this fake prison in Flat World, have Red's people take him there, drop him off, and as soon as Red's people are gone, we drop the illusion. Suddenly Price is like, oh no, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. And then he dies. I just want to see the look on his face. I just want to see the look on his face when he realizes how absolutely royally screwed he is.
This is like the cliche movie where, the MI6 people pick him up at the end and be like, "Yeah, now you're ours."
Here's the problem: there's only one of us that can create an illusion like that, and he doesn't want to be involved, so that may not be an option.
Well, that's not true.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Hank can do illusion.
Oh,
Hank can do it too.
We haven't even asked Hank's opinion on this.
Hank's just been sitting here watching all of this happen.
Hank!
Well,
Hank! Hey, buddy. So what's your little fuckaroo? Hey, what's
Move
your
over
take
on that
there?
couch. We need a chat,
Five and Gina haven't really said anything either.
That's true.
Well, Hank has got the floor right now. So, Hank, what's your opinion?
Man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? You don't know?
That's all you're gonna give us, Hank? Come on. Some words of wisdom.
I mean, I don't know what about the everything you know about Hank has made you think he's going to offer words of wisdom.
Okay, well, then, all right, let me put it really simply. Do you think that he should only get 6 months, or what do you think Price's punishment should have been?
I mean, it sounds like some pretty bad stuff they found him guilty of.
Amanda would sit on the couch and be like,
Probably not what?
Probably should have been worse.
Then would you be willing to help us by making an illusion if we want to give Price what he deserves?
Sure.
Okay.
Amanda would sit on the couch and reflect. I mean, remember when we were running around trying to chop people's head off for money? Remember that group?
Well,
we called ourselves the Headhunters.
Well, we're still the Headhunters, and now it's Price's head. There's a high price on it.
Is there a price on his head?
We're about to be the price choppers, man. So now I'm gonna say, okay. So obviously, Amanda, you want. We're on the same page on this, right?
Amanda's. Yeah, because look, everyone here. I mean, I appreciate the justice system giving an honest go of it, but the honesty is Emily was enslaved and tortured for a while, and if everyone here feels that like one of us could be enslaved and tortured for years of our life and be plugged into a machine against our will, that's solved in 6 months of
She
being in
got
a prison
years.
room.
She got years of torture. He gets 6 months in a cell.
And Damona, let's talk about Damona's situation. Come on, and all of us here don't have a lot to think about Price, anyways. That's before you even get to the rest of us here. So I think 6 months. Hey, we tried. They found him guilty, which is good. But yeah, I'm on board.
Out of character, I'm gonna laugh so hard when Price goes boss mode on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we stood for something. As
D
opposed
stood
to-
for something. He said that justice
Yeah.
is. It
Sure.
was
6 months. Enslaving of people. 6 months. Yeah, you're good.
So
But
I'm
anyways.
gonna ask. So Emily, when we do this, do you want to help just in case things go sideways?
I don't know how I would.
Well, what are your abilities again? Sorry, my memory sometimes is awful.
They all involve
IT.
connecting to tech.
Yeah, IT.
Okay, maybe not then, but yeah, it might be safer just in case something that you not be there. Okay,
In
your
fairness-
enthusiasm is appreciated.
If Emily was like, "Oh, that's fair," Amanda would probably have a different opinion of it. But Emily saying this is bullshit.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was validation. Like if she was like, "Okay," we'd be
I don't
shocked,
think we
but-
have to ask Demona. We know what Demona will say, so
Yeah.
that's a given. All right, so we've really not heard much from Gina at all. So what's your take?
Gina had a lot of residual anger from being transformed into just a head, as we all know.
That
She
makes
said,
sense.
she doesn't agree. She agrees that the 6 months just isn't enough. But she's of the opinion that let him serve his 6 months, and something happens after 6 months because justice served its purpose. Then vigilante justice it is.
Well, then I'm going to ask. So you genuinely believe that Price being held in a prison owned by a city that is known to be friendly to Nashua Center, that he'll actually stay there the whole 6 months?
She's thinking Emily can tap into their tech and keep an eye on him.
That's assuming that there's, well, even if he can see something's happening, that doesn't mean we'd be able to stop it. I'm sure there would be some big players involved, big plans that it would be. By the time we knew what's happening, he's already gone. I mean, literally, all they got to do is get him another wristband, and he's gone. Teleport.
2
instantly.
words. Stinger missile.
Nah.
Yeah, Stinger missiles don't travel fast enough. I'm sorry.
Well, can we? Amanda would be like, "Can we take a play from D's playbook of like put a explosive collar on him or something like that? So if he does leave the prison, pop."
I don't know if that was
Better
agreed to
idea.
in sentencing.
I have a better idea.
Uh-oh.
Take a play out of Price's book.
Which would be
Explosive chip. Suicide Squad style.
Oh dear.
oh. I mean, I would feel like that's reasonable. Like, and at least if it doesn't resolve the problem that if they took the chip out, we would at least know that they're taking the chip out.
And make it
Is-
tamper resistant so that if it tries,
It blows up.
then boom. Problem solved.
Explosive nanobots in his bloodstream.
Whoa. I don't know if I want to release that onto the world, but
That sounds like a play waiting to happen.
So we're gonna load it with a deadly virus.
Yeah.
Hey, we're already supposed
So who's
I mean-
going to be making the technology for this?
Yeah. We gotta play to what we're actually capable of doing right now with who we have on board. So the only people we
Well,
have for
wouldn't
sure are
D
me,
be on-
Amanda, and
Emily
Hank.
is IT, isn't she?
Wait.
But I don't know
Also-
if she knows how to make things.
D is also all about putting restrictive shock collars on everybody. Like, how is this not out of his wheelhouse? Like, putting a device to keep people in line seems very within the new
Well, that's
D playbook.
assuming he's on board with this.
Well, Amanda's gonna ask him, like, so if we put like a device
So-
on him to keep him honest, if he's honest, he has nothing to worry about. And if he deviates from honesty, then he goes pop. You're okay with that on Steven. I don't understand why like Price would be a real like
Yeah, that is true. But Steven is
More-
Steven
I want you
is
to
only
explain out
a
of that one.
minor shock.
Not
Not gonna
Not
blow his
originally,
head
it
off.
wasn't.
not originally.
not a rope of C4.
But so an ally gets a shock collar.
So
I mean,
okay,
a guy
wait,
that's
wait.
enslaved other people doesn't get something
So-
worse than
so-
a shock collar.
We have completely gone from completely murdering him.
To well, Amanda is offering a compromise of a explosive parole collar, essentially, of like if he leaves the prison, it explodes and he dies.
I want to
And-
bring up that the prison would have to agree to this, and I don't know if they would, considering that was not in the sentencing.
What's the
No, we're just adding a
Fail-safe.
layer of law enforcement for them. We're helping them out. If he stays in there, he's fine.
failsafe guaranteeing that Nine's not just gonna detonate it on a whim?
We don't have a failsafe like that, but we don't have a failsafe on 9. That's a different conversation. 9 is a rogue element in our system. Like,
It-
I'm
it-
only
variable.
I
He
am
is a
only as
variable.
rogue as you force me to be.
Actually, I'm trying, in a weird way, I'm trying to meet in the middle of like, we're not guaranteeing Price's death, but if he doesn't follow the law, he knows or he gets the
So-
alternative. We're saving ourselves some work. That's really what we're doing.
G would agree to this.
Hank is still waiting to find out what illusion he's supposed to be casting.
I imagine Hank just practicing on various illusions right now, just be like, poof.
So D would agree to this if we gave that control to Red. So
that's like-
nobody in our group has that power.
Amanda could go with that. Like, Amanda's like, that's
It's a
fair.
good five.
And if it goes, or if someone tries to tamper it, that we at least know about it. Because then we know,
need to have
then we know the
monitoring
trip,
on
then we know 9 was right, and well, oops, and we have to go kill him.
Okay, so it needs to have active monitoring sent to us real time, constantly. That will let us know if anything changes. But the
Interdimensionally.
only person who would have the kill switch would be Red. However, this also raises a problem. That what if someone goes after Red? Because I'm now envisioning a scenario wherein someone goes after Red and steals the kill switch, and then
How are they
Price is
gonna
broken
know?
out again.
I mean, there's.
Well, yeah, we just
You guys are assuming that Red would even push the button.
But we also would need to know that, like, if
what's
the
more of a
point I'm
proximity
making,
mine.
well, no, the point I'm making is if they can figure out that Red has the kill switch, then they could just go after Red and get it from him, and then release Price from the
I
explosive
mean,
thing.
if they even know,
Trust me, they can figure it out. They can trace it. There's always a way for people to figure this stuff out.
There's also
Never
But
assume
I
it's
ha-
secure.
there's also assuming that you can go up to Red and be like, "So here's the plan," and get.
So
him to
why
agree.
don't we
Don't
even
press this button unless you hear anything about Price.
Why don't, before we waste the more of our breath, ask Red, even see if he would agree to this? If he doesn't agree to it, and Nashua Center or Manchester doesn't agree to it, we've wasted all this time for nothing.
I mean, Red has already expressed that like he's okay with this being the result of the trial. It's
So
just
then we'd have to ask if he would be willing to add our layer of added security. That him having an explosive collar that only Red has the kill switch on. But if Price goes outside of his like designated area where he's allowed to be, pop goes the prize.
is
Which
is
he
this
has a
conversation
chance
happening
for
out loud?
I mean,
Um,
probably in the mental link. Let's just say it's in
Is
the mental
Kate
link.
still part of the mental link?
Sure.
Kate's gonna tell you
Yeah.
flat out that Red's not gonna agree to this.
all right, well then we're back to square one.
Man is like, well, I tried to keep find middle ground. I guess we go back to killing him. Like I tried.
All right, fine. We find another remote segment of Flat World.
It's all
Just
remote.
Throw him there. What?
It's all remote.
True.
It's a
Well,
featureless planet.
Pretty
Why
much
don't
the
we
opposite.
Well, seriously, like, why flat world? Just send them in. Send them in with the other nines, if really.
Because out of
Actually,
character,
I
I think. But we talked about that.
We
didn't
can't
want
do
to-
that because that can't be our solution to everything.
Right, exactly. We covered that as like there's abuse of to make that the solution to all our problems is to stick it into exploding nine world, or also known as the Big Bang.
Yes.
So now flat
Although
world's
it's
gonna be them.
Although it's a brilliant solution, but it'd be always the answer to all our problems.
The only compromise, okay, now the only compromise I would even consider is if he's imprisoned there. Instead of, and this would be a permanent imprisonment, not 6 months, until his last breathing day. That we give him just enough to survive, to fend for himself, and that's it. And he gets to spend the next 20, 30, however many years of his life thinking about what he did. And of course, we check on him every so often to make sure he's not like trying to build a portal device out of sticks and rocks. But because God only knows what he would try to do. If I was him, I'd try to escape, but we need to make sure that doesn't happen. That's a fate maybe worse than death. Actually, I almost like that idea better.
Yeah, death is too finite.
Okay.
So basically, a lifetime subscription to Naked and Afraid.
There's one thing with that, though.
What's the one thing with that, though?
If you remember, he has an ally in the General. The
And-
General has portal tech.
Well, if that's the case, then Corporal Columbia is also a problem.
Well,
I mean, we don't know that he's.
now that you mention it, probably. But
Yeah, and I mean, you may recall
I'm just
that
saying that.
one problem at a time.
when we last time we captured Corporal Columbia, he was how they got him back was that Hank took members of the General's squadron to the Flat World to retrieve him. So
Well,
if
yeah,
they have record of where that reality is, then presumably, yeah, they can just go there.
What do you want to bet Corporal Columbia is not there anymore? Then I totally forgot about that.
Amanda's
Open
like,
a portal. Open a portal. Let's see. Is Corporal Columbia still there? Just open a portal, looking to where he's supposed to be.
I mean, that's kind of a question for Eric, because the general's actions are decided by him.
You and 3 days have passed, so
That's true.
you would look over the portal and you wait. What? Phrase it again for me. Trip.
Is Corporal Columbia still in Flat World?
You're asking Arvis.
But no, he's just opening the portal and looking.
Can you cover all of Flat World with like just eyeballing it
I mean, there's
Well,
through a portal?
only
there's an
so
area.
much. There's one area with crops.
Give me a roll.
What?
What would be a
What
what would be
roll?
That would be a perception, I should think.
Oh, jeez. Someone need to help me because I suck at this.
They're in
Yeah,
alphabetical order. Oh. Wow. That was like a 2 on the die.
So wait, we got 9 got a perception of 10.
Okay, that's we're getting there.
Everyone's kind of peeking now. What?
Everyone's speaking now. So-
Long as 9 was like, I don't see him.
Not everyone but 9 notices that they don't see him, or the other guy, or the other mutant.
Ah, damn. Okay.
But I will say that D does notice that there's a piece of paper that he doesn't remember. He sees a piece of paper lying on the ground.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the portal like right next to it. I'm gonna grab the piece of paper, pull it through. What's the piece
Well,
of paper
wait.
say?
Does 9 doesn't know about it because 9 rolled a
Well,
10.
if someone
has D
points it out to me.
Has D informed
Are
the
you
party?
informing?
Nope.
Or anybody? No. Oh no, it was just D. So what does 9 do without that information?
Well, we can't trust Flat World now.
Amanda would also look in. Let's see if Amanda. I'll roll for Amanda. Oh, okay. So Hank would also know about the paper.
Oh, Hank's again. What's that?
Wait.
What's what? Oh, damn. Okay. So then, close that portal, open another one right next to the paper, pull the paper through. What's the paper say?
It says. Okay. Let's see. Look at it. It says, "Fool me once, shame on you."
Okay, so yeah, we can't leave Price through. Damn it! He's got to die. End of story. That's the only simple solution. Yeah, there might be blowback, but literally every choice we have made the last however many months we've been awake, there's been risk of blowback. I'm not going to be afraid of doing the right thing just because I'm afraid of the repercussions. It needs to happen. Anyone who's with me, thanks. Anyone who's not, I'm sorry. I got to do this.
So am I creating an illusion or not?
Yes. Okay. So I need you. So we are going to go to Flat World
Okay.
right now,
Okay.
and I need you to create an illusion of a prison, just
Okay.
like. And then I'm going to tell Arvis. All right. So who's going to be controlling the portal device? Is it Red or
It's gonna
what
be
portal
Red.
device are we overriding?
Red is going to open the portal. He's the only one who
Okay.
has.
So
override.
I'm going to say, all right, Arvis, I need you to override Red's portal device and have it go to these coordinates. I'm going to put in the coordinates of the fake prison.
Okay.
Is Red aware of this entire plan?
Nope.
That's
Nope.
the point.
Okay. You know we're
Making
going to lose an
friends.
ally.
We're making friends.
Well, here's the funny thing. It's going to be, if this goes correctly, he's not going to know what happened.
Is he gonna be that upset? Seriously, you know,
We'll see.
he's gonna be like, you know.
All right, I'm going to say to Hank, also, we need fake prison guards who will accept price. Like, just that will take him into custody and tell Red's guys that they can go.
Okay.
Okay, so then I guess
So that happens.
so that happens. So
It looks like a pretty modern jail. Like it looks like a drunk tank in a modern.
okay.
Oh, look,
All right. So what's the sequence of events? So they try to open the portal. What happens?
Yeah. It'll open to where you told it to.
Okay. And do they just leave Price, or what happens?
Yeah, I mean they'll turn him over. They'll get they'll kind of sign some stuff, discuss it real quick, and leave.
Okay. All right. And so you're there with me, Amanda, because we're like waiting outside the illusion.
sure, why not?
Anyone else there with us?
Well, Hank is because he's running the illusion.
Well, obviously. Anyone else?
5,
Gotta-
Gina, are you guys there?
Gina's gonna stay back.
Okay. What about Kate? What did she
What
want to
about-
do?
What's 5 doing?
Kate is staying back. She's gotta she's gonna wait to talk to Red. Check in with him and stuff.
Okay. So I guess that just means it's me, Amanda, and Hank.
That is
All right.
correct.
I like how the 9 and Amanda are bonding over this.
Yeah, we've had a
We've come full circle.
on this. All right. So as soon as Red's people leave, I'll tell Hank to drop the illusion.
All right, and he does.
Amanda would be like, "Wait, is that?" And Amanda's like, "And we're doing this."
We are doing this. So, what's Price's reaction when he sees the three of us?
You just say,
Ah, shit.
I knew you guys were behind this.
Well,
What makes you
what
think
goes,
that?
what goes around comes around, buddy boo. I feel like that's a good place to end it for tonight. I think Tim froze.
What?
Oh, no, he didn't. I saw him blink. What? I was saying that's probably a good place to end it for tonight, unless you had something immediate needed to happen.
I mean, I'm okay with exploring this a little more.
I mean, if
But-
Tim wants to, sure. I mean, it's
If
11:24.
everybody
I'm
is
totally
cool with,
fine.
we could play out the fight if everyone's cool with that.
Oh, a fight! Oh, there we go.
Well, I mean, aren't you going? You're gonna attack
He's
him,
just
aren't you?
going to be like sitting there eating popcorn.
Well, I wanted to.
Well,
I
we
wanted
haven't
to
got
talk.
that.
I wanted
we're
to
gonna
taunt him a
banter.
little bit.
Yeah,
And see
what's
what
the banter, Tim?
How many of you guys are there?
3.
3.
Oh, okay, that's going to be interesting.
It will.
You know, he's like way over. He's way over your level.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any tech. But we'll see what he's able to do. He's
You
also
know what?
handcuffed.
Let's be honest though. He's the end boss. Come on. Like,
He's also If the three of us met, okay. First of all, we know Hank has like god wizard skills, so he's
Right.
already
plants alone are just gonna lock
Plants.
him up.
Price is gonna get planted so
mean-
hard.
A lot of Price's points are spent on things that you've taken away from him, as well.
Exactly. That's
Yeah, he
that's
doesn't
why I
have
feel
his-
like we stand a chance.
AI bracelet. He might just be a person at this point.
That bracelet
That's
costs.
what I'm hoping.
That
That's what I'm
bracelet.
betting on.
That bracelet costs 157 equipment points.
I knew it.
Well,
was gonna
it's
be
its own character at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Once you mentioned AI, I was like, oh my gosh, it's
It's
its own
basically-
character in a character. A
It might
character
as
in
well
a
be a.
character.
It might as well be a tank at that point. So.
Well, we'll see how this pans out. But all right, can we do? Are we going to do some banter? I feel like banter.
I'm
is
gonna
in play.
do like so. I'm gonna say. So, did you really think you were only gonna get 6 months for this? Do you really think it was gonna be that easy?
The idea occurred to me.
Well, I hate to rain on your parade there, sunshine. Nothing in this world is that simple, and definitely when you've done the heinous nonsense that you've had, it doesn't end that quick. Although it may end pretty quick here for you. That's the idea.
What's his response? What's his? How's he?
I'm just waiting on Tim.
He's not saying anything to that at this moment.
You enslaved and tortured mutants. I think you deserve a little more than 6 months. Amanda
I
would
think
say.
deserve an eternity in hell. That sound good to you, Amanda?
I'm okay with it.
Hank, my friend, what do you think?
Sure.
I'll take that. That's good enough for me. Got a last will and testament you'd like to pass along for us that I will tell absolutely nobody because go F yourself? In game, I would have not said F.
He's just tell him. He's just gonna tell you to do whatever it is you're planning to do.
Okay. You heard the man. Let's dance. That sounds like initiative time.
Well, you get surprise attack, so you get first move.
It's definitely not a
Yes.
surprise attack. You just spent
come
5
on.
minutes telling him you were gonna attack him.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if
he
we
did
even
say
need
to
a
do-
board for this.
But he did say, "Do what you want to do," so he's
I
giving
mean-
us. He's passing
that
on,
doesn't-
on his action.
That doesn't.
That's what I say.
That's not what
Sure.
that means at all.
Well,
Nah.
considering both Hank and I are going first, so it might as well be. So,
If I tell somebody they get first swing, that doesn't mean I'm gonna let them hit.
Oh, okay. See, I actually take it as like, come on, like, go ahead and hit me.
okay.
Ooh.
Oh, 5. Okay, so I
I'll
guess
use a
you're
round.
going.
I'll use a round of luck to bump that up.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Does it matter?
well.
There's only 4 of you.
Yeah, well, that's why I said no, it won't, because I'm also like I'm the support character, so going first.
Going
is not,
last
like,
is
the last is actually better because I can see how this is panning out.
Mhm.
All right, Hank is gonna hold his action. So 9
All right,
goes
so
first.
9 is going to light because that's what he does. He's going to go up about 250 feet, and he's going to go, I've been waiting to do this for a while now. And
Russell in that one.
Ooh, yeah, that'll
34.
Oof.
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 Well, that's going to be a fast fight.
Yeah, so his points are almost entirely spent on
And equipment.
equipment, the
And
sidekick rank, the sidekick things for Mindy, and then skills like deception, expertise,
Mhm.
technology,
None of which
So
help
we have-
right now.
treatment.
We
None of which makes
effectively,
a damn bit of difference. We neutered him.
yeah, we effectively like.
And he's handcuffed, so we're
took the-
basically we're executing an unarmed man, but I don't care. I'm not getting him a fair chance.
It's called executing justice. Thank
This
you.
is true.
This is like-
This is
All right,
just
well that's 3 degrees of failure, so he's staggered,
stunned.
stunned. So that means that he doesn't have an action on his turn, which brings it to Amanda.
I could actually kill him. Like, okay.
I mean, you could do luck. You could do like a battle ballad if you want. I mean, it might not be that important of a fight to do it for, but God only knows what he can do. So we'll see.
Well, no, but those are reactionary things. So like,
Right. Mental attack. 17 probably doesn't hit.
It does not actually.
Okay.
It's resisted
so-
by parry only. He's
Yeah.
got that high of a parry.
Parry is
Okay.
parry is the higher of his two defenses, actually.
Ah, crap. Alright.
Is Hank going to do anything? Or is he
Sure.
just- Pixie bow.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Oh, we're gonna let that ride.
Oh. Well,
Wow, Hank gets the kill shot.
Well, he's incapacitated.
No, he's incapacitated.
Someone else gets to do the kill.
And then you have to feel morally bad
it's
about it.
It's Nine's turn.
Oh, morally
Well,
bad
permanent.
or well beyond that with this situation. 9 is going to just fly directly above him, above Price's now unconscious body. He is going to use all-out attack to increase his attack by DC by 5, because overkill is always in style. And just going to blast.
Oh,
Of
no.
course.
That shit.
Yeah,
Blind himself.
that didn't
He
happen.
whiffed on the kill
Ignoring
shot.
that.
Of the big bad. That's
There
awesome.
we go.
All right.
Okay, so it's a 21 to hit with a DC of 30.
Wait, he's incapacitated.
Well, it's a DC of 35
I know,
because he's incapacitated, so that's an automatic crit. So, yeah. All right. Price is dead.
Price chopped.
Price chopped. 9 is the price chopper.
I can't wait to tell the offline group and be like, yeah, we killed Price. Like,
Yes.
that's gonna be great.
Carol
They're gonna be
is
like-
not
Carol's-
going to be happy with
I know,
you
Carol's
at the cookout trip.
Everyone
Oh,
be
this is
like, yeah,
gonna
we
be
killed him.
fun Saturday. Carol's
Yep.
gonna get so. If she thinks that she made so much progress with me, making me nice and past
She will be
biscuit.
proud of
She
Gina
doesn't
at
think
5 and D.
What?
I said she doesn't think that.
She doesn't. She thinks I've made some progress, maybe.
She knows better.
Bad
Yeah.
guy.
All right, so we
So
will
9
end...
is going to land.
Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
9's just going to land, flip off his light, stare down at the corpse that has a nice burnt, charred hole in the back, and go, that felt good.
And then the body explodes and kills all three.
Revealing
Body
the Stinger
explodes, everyone
missile
dies.
Mark 1 version.
He does an Undertaker and just stands up.
So we're going to end there tonight. We will find out the consequences of that action later. And next week we'll have our one shot that we've been planning.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And we will, when we come
So
back from that.
let this stew for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, let that marinade. It's a nice. I think it's a nice ending point though for to move on to the one shot.
We literally just took out one of the big bads. So
He was a very bad guy. He was, and he's done. He's a big bad. He's done. Comic book style done, but still done.
yeah, this is more Punisher than Avengers.
That's
so,
true.
Tried and sentenced for his crime.
He was found guilty,
And then found
and then guilty
found
again.
guiltier, found guiltier.
and then
And then was vigilanted.
Then again, there's no court of law in this reality, so I guess it doesn't make any difference. So
But there was. That's what it was.
no, not
Literally.
this reality. There's no court of law in Flat World. So
wait, the guy that was sentenced to be guilty and convicted is now like, wait. We should uphold the court system. Like, you were sentenced to death.
We should have
Wait.
picked low.
we should have. That would have solved the entire thing. But
That's true.
then again, that's assuming that he would have even made it to the executioner's table. I bet you he wouldn't have, because plot. But now it's done. Whatever comes. I'm ready to deal with it. I'm fine. We're gonna have to sell one.
We're gonna
hell
be
of
at
a lie,
war with
though.
Manchester. We're gonna lose Red as an ally.
Well, here's the thing. That's assuming that
That's assuming he didn't break out in 2 seconds.
That's
Like,
also. But here's the thing.
we-
The way we set it up, his men, as far as they know, they dropped him off at the prison. So it's just somehow the prison's like, we never received him. We dropped him off. Wait, what the hell happened? So they
Red's
don't know
pretty
what
smart.
happened
He's
to
gonna
him.
put 2 and 2 together.
Oh, he'll probably
Who, Red?
suspect us, but the question is whether he's going to let that cat out of the bag, because that would be an even bigger problem if it became public knowledge what really happened to Price. It's probably better for everyone if he just disappeared.
Well, he believes in law and order. So.
That was a form of law and order.
and
no,
he was
it
tried. He was tried and convicted, and he's serving his sentence, just not very alive. He's still in prison.
Not very alive.
he's in prison. Prison
So
for
what we'll say
6
is-
months.
Are you sure you took him to the right reality?
Yeah.
Did the thing malfunction?
6 months and 1 day from now, maybe that's true. But like right now, he's still serving his time.
All right.
Perspective.
Well, I think
Fun!
we're going to end there. Thank you very much for joining us. Remember that we do raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. You can find all of our pages through that link that I just shared. So donate to support us. Each of us has, or not all of us, but a lot of us have pages set up. So you can support Boston Children's Hospital, Bay State, Orlando, Buffalo, or San Diego through our team. So I encourage you to go in there and check that out. Thank you very much. Next week we will have a one-shot. It should be only one session, but it might not be. We'll see how it goes. But it is definitely only one scene. It's really gonna. I can't guarantee whether this group will go through that scene quickly or not. So
You know this group.
I think we'll do a good job.
But-
I think we'll get it done.
yeah,
What
one,
are you trying to say, Tim?
one shot is defined as one scene, not as one session. That's what I'm trying to say. So.
I mean,
got
if your
2
session lasts
hours.
15 minutes,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
Depends on how many minions you put on the map, Tim.
That's
Oh,
true.
God. Don't take
Yeah,
Eric's. Don't do
Wait.
an Eric.
No, whoa.
There were like
Kate
500
did
in the last fight. There were like
Kate did a-
5,000 in the last fight.
Kate did a
like-
fantastic job of mowing through them. Hank
That's
did
true.
a fantastic job of mowing
He
through them.
did. It's
You guys are
It's-
just not configured to take out minions.
well, I tried.
Even D was stinger missiling a bunch of them. So, anyways, I
Anyway,
digress.
Anyway.
I digress.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining us. So next stream scheduled for this channel, there might be others that happen, I don't know. But next stream that's scheduled for this channel is Pineapple on Monday. So we hope to see you then, and have a good night.
See ya.
I'm actually going to
Latest.
raid a channel for once.
You're raiding a channel?
Yeah.
All right. Why not?
Someone that I know through Extra Life, through Boston Extra Life. Good for Gaming is his name. I don't know how this works. Bam.
Okay.
All right. How are we doing
PowerPoints.
PowerPoints?
We killed the big bad.
And hero points. I know who I'm not giving my hero
Oh,
points.
of course
to.
I know who you're not. And I'm going to give mine to Amanda for being right there and going along with the plan. Thank you, Amanda. I think
Aw.
this. I think you and